No. There we go.
Yeah, baby.
Week 1, episode 1.
All right.
Faces for Radio. Deuce Boy, Frank.
Ready to rock.
Frank, what do you got going on today?
Not too much. We got a lot of topics today. First topic on the agenda is Ebola. Scal, you recently gotten over Ebola, right?
Yeah, it's like watching what's that movie with Dustin Hoffman? Outbreak. It's like watching Outbreak.
I thought you were talking about Pretty Woman.
Dustin Hoffman's on Pretty Woman.
Is he?
No, Dustin Hoffman, where he's got the thing on, and Rene Russo's in it, and the whole town goes on like martial law.
Dude, speaking of which, new Walking Dead. Your thoughts?
My Walking Dead review, best episode so far.
Why you say?
It was, first of all, I don't know. Did you see how season 4 ended up?
No.
All right, they're in a car, right, and they're with cannibals, and there's 4 of them that are like lined up, and there's 4 guys that you don't know, and the guy's behind him, and he hits him with a baseball bat, and as he like bounces up, he slits his throat, and they're in like a trough. So they do like 4 guys you never seen before, and they get to like the main guy, and all of a sudden there's like an earthquake and there's like a big boom, and then the episode starts. So it's like, how did they get out of it? But
this is the new episode?
This season.
What was the deal with that trough?
The trough caught the blood. So they were like, you know how you
were they feeding the zombies or something?
No, they were eating. They were cannibals.
Oh.
So it turned out, that they were cannibals and they had to kill everyone. So it just went on like a killing spree for a whole hour, but it was awesome. And 17 million people watch it except for you.
Yeah, well, 16,999,000. You know what? Honestly, I've got so many taped DVR shows that I watch, and they're all stupid. I watch, Ancient Aliens and all that crap.
I don't watch that.
Those people are insane.
What
if you ever
channel's
watch that, it's H2 on the History Channel.
I don't even know what channel History.
Those people are beyond. I think I just watch it because they're so insane. Like, they talk about like people from Mars just building the pyramids and all that crap. I can understand that if they found like a cell phone or something like that by the pyramids or inside the pyramids, I'd say, okay, well, maybe they had some help. They're just moving blocks. It's not, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, no, I missed that one. And I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Walking Dead's the only TV show that I watch because it's like Sunday nights at 9 o'clock after the football. You watch it. I can't watch anything else. I'm not a DVR guy. I'm not a Netflix guy. So Walking Dead is the only thing I watch live. And I think they said that it was 17 million, and then the people that watched it like on DVR came out to like 22 million. So beat the football, and it's the highest rated show ever, and it's on AMC. It's not on CBS. All these networks passed on The Walking Dead, saying no one's going to watch a show about zombies, and now they're all trying to make something, the next Walking Dead. So,
well, I heard a thing the other day that AMC is switching from all of its like
they canceled every show. Yeah,
what other shows did they have that weren't scripted? Because I know Mad Men's
done after this.
Oh, Mad Men's done?
Yeah, it's on its last season. Breaking Bad is over. The only reality show that they kept was the show that's on after Walking Dead, and that stupid comic book show.
Oh,
Comic Book Man.
That show is freaking terrible.
Storage Wars, is that on AMC? Or is that
A&E?
A&E?
No, that's A&E.
Yeah, see, no one watches AMC. That's why they're lucky that they had Breaking Bad. They're lucky that they had...
No, I know. Well, you know what? I mean, that made them, those shows. I mean... Those scripted shows are the best thing ever.
Yeah, now they're cashing in. That's why you see in a zombie apocalypse a brand new Hyundai truck with no dirt on it. They go to commercial and the first thing is
mid-condition. It runs over like a freaking horde of zombies and comes out sparkling.
Yeah, it is. It's gotten to the point where you think you're going to see like an Apple device on the next episode, but with the product placement, that's how they make their money.
I mean, it brings us back to the Ebola thing. I mean, this administration is so ridiculous. I mean, you've got the president is going on these fundraising tours through the whole country.
He's supposed to come here today, but he finally decided to have a meeting about Ebola. So he was going to be at the Garden City Hotel.
It took
2 dead Americans for him to care about it.
Basically, what he's saying is he cares more about the political lives of his fellow Democrats than he does about the actual lives of the American people.
But just like go on air and say something, because people are saying, "Oh, if I touch money, can I get it?" Or if
you know what, he goes on Letterman and Leno and all these shows just to BS. Why don't you if you like being on TV, get on TV and tell people,
But now that the nurse in Dallas, they flew her to Maryland. I don't know why they're bringing it this way. I mean, just quarantine him. Don't touch that guy on the plane with the clipboard. They're calling him clipboard guy.
Yeah,
was on there with no hazmat suit.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
He's like the smoking man from the X-Files. If
I knew someone had Ebola, I wouldn't even go in the same hospital. And now the nurses are saying they felt bad and their necks were exposed.
And I mean, it just goes to play into the other thing too about like the no-fly zone. I mean, why in God's name would you still let people from Liberia and freaking Sierra Leone and all these places that are stricken with Ebola? Why would you let them fly here?
Why would you go visit Liberia? Like,
I know,
what's in Liberia to see?
Yeah,
like,
you could go to the Grand Canyon.
I came back from Liberia and I came back with Ebola
people
symptoms.
Are shitting in the streets.
Yeah,
let me go check that out.
Well, that's disgusting, and that's how it started. They either gotten bit by bats or they had some sort of relationship with an animal. So I don't know what those people are doing down there, but it's gonna hit here. It's gonna be mass hysteria once enough people have it. They said it's going to be like how AIDS was in the 80s, but we didn't live through that. So
you know what, though? I mean, the only thing if there's a positive spin about it is, you really have to come in touch, according to what I'm understanding, bodily fluids like vomit, diarrhea, things like that.
Yeah, you don't see people covering their mouth sneezing. You would think that they...
Yeah, I don't know how that works, though. If somebody sneezes, that's a bodily fluid, and they put it all over their hands like a cold. Does that spread like that?
Open the door and leave the bathroom, and that's...
See, you know what? And that's the thing that, why doesn't he go on TV and say, you're not going to get it if somebody sneezes on you?
Because he's an idiot.
Well, if that was the case, that would put a lot of this fear to rest, but, he's too busy fundraising and golfing, yeah. Just like after when that poor guy got his head cut off.
And then,
he goes back to golfing.
I read an article, I think I texted you, I read an article in Newsday, and the guy was saying, like, with Ebola and all this stuff, how, like, the youth loves Walking Dead because that's all they see on TV is, like, there's no hope or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's, like I said, like, did this guy not see what people were doing in Sandy when they had, like, a quarter tank of gas, like, stabbing each other and fighting and
you know what too, people make fun of those prepper people, but you know what, they're probably the ones that are going to survive out of all of us. We're all going to be freaking like scrounging, and these people are going to be like military trained and they got food rations and water and stuff like that.
Some of those people are idiots.
Look at those idiots.
Some of these people like live near a power plant and they're afraid of the power plant blowing up, so they want to build a bunker underground and it costs like $400,000. Why don't you just move?
Seriously, you're gonna spend your house is worth $50,000 and you spend $400,000 on a bunker.
I know, it's just like move out of there. Get away from
into the woods. There's plenty of unpopulated places in this country.
Those people are weird, though. They have like the weirdest nuclear winter, and
they are weird. But you know what? I always think that they're gonna be like the last one standing, kind of. Either that, or they're just gonna get wiped out immediately because they're so psycho,
or they get killed or something like that.
Yeah.
Today I got X-Men on Blu-ray. Did you see that one?
No, I saw the last one though.
The last one, Days of Future Past.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I got that one. It was pretty good.
No, I saw the one, the school. What was it called?
First Class.
First Class. Yeah. That was actually really good.
That's right. So it was a mixture of the First Class group and then the one from the original trilogy. So
what do you think about them killing off Wolverine?
I didn't read how he died. I heard he got like he got a virus.
He got a virus.
Yeah,
he got Ebola.
He got something. He got like a blood virus, and he lost all his blood or something like that.
You know what? Everybody makes such a big deal in the comic book world about things like
he's
this.
He's going to come back.
He's just going to come back.
Yeah.
Why do they even bother to kill them? I mean, it's just a waste of time.
Well, when Superman died, there was like an outrage.
I mean,
they had to bring him back.
Yeah, but that was when Superman died. That was like the first major death, and nobody knew if they were going to bring him. I mean, I guess they figured they were going to bring him back, but now you got the new Thor as a woman.
Yeah, so Captain America is Falcon. So is Black in America.
I mean, honestly, I don't care. Like, I don't understand how lack of creative can you be? I mean, these characters are 60, 70, 80 years old, whatever, and they can't come. I mean, why don't you come up with a new female character that the girls can relate to? Today. Thor. Why do you have to change a character that's got like this big following and a big everything else? But that's just the PC bullcrap that we live in today. Everything's got to be
yeah, everyone's got to have equal. All right, answer me this. We have 3 comic book stores in this town. How do they stay in business? a comic book costs $2.
I didn't know we had more than one.
You have Grasshopper. You have the one on over here.
I think Grasshopper's out of business, isn't it?
No, it's still there. And you have the one off of Hillside. But I mean, just for one comic book place to stay open between rent and the amount of people who aren't buying comics.
That's prime property on Jericho Turnpike.
Yeah, so you go and you buy a comic. Say you follow 10 comics.
Yeah,
that's $20. How they make rent off of people? I mean, they're not selling comics like it's going out of style. So I don't know how these comic book places stay open.
The only thing I can think of is maybe they get like business stuff with like eBay, where they'll get like some big ticket like Spider-Man 1 or something like that, and they'll sell it on eBay, and they'll use the store kind of like as just like a dream kind of thing. I mean, that's the only possible. Pay rent. Yeah, I know, but
if the dream costs that much money, I don't know. And these places have been open for the longest time.
That is pretty cool, though. If you own a comic book store, that would be pretty awesome.
It's gotta be boring. I don't know. The people
that come in there.
It's like they haven't. It's like what's it called? Independence Day. The guy who hasn't spoken to anyone in like 50 years, and he finally interacts with someone.
Yeah. Well,
but Wolverine's dead. Which is like the third time I think he died. I guess you could drown him and he'll die.
Yeah.
But
honestly, it doesn't matter.
This is what I don't get. They're on their 6th X-Men movie, and they've been making the movies for like 15 years. We only have one Avengers movie, and we don't have a Justice League movie. It's like, what are these other companies waiting for? It's like,
what do you mean, like DC for the Justice League?
Well, even with Avengers, like they made all these stupid solo movies that no one wants to see that are terrible. I mean, Iron Man 3 was awful.
Well, Iron Man 3 was terrible. Yeah. That was terrible. But you know what? Thor was really good.
The first Thor stunk.
No, I kind of like.
He wasn't Thor for like 80% of them.
Yeah, but all right. I can admit that it was slow. I mean, it took a while.
Thor
to get
2
there.
was good. Captain America, the first one was all right.
I like the last one. The last one. Was
the
good.
2 Hulk movies stunk, and they switch actors.
Yeah, they're terrible. But I don't know. I like those movies. I like them because you could just. The best part about those movies is you can just turn off your brain. You come home from work and your day sucks, and your girlfriend's yelling at you in the whole 9 yards. But you could watch those movies and just turn your brain off and enjoy Hulk ripping down a building and destroying.
Well, that's why Avengers was good, because it was just like mostly action. There was no character development. Everyone knew who the characters were, but they could pump out Avenger movies like And after they have the Avengers, when they go in these solo movies, why aren't the other characters helping out the solo character?
You know what?
Right? Avengers ended with the Hulk leaving with Iron Man.
Right.
Iron Man's mansion gets destroyed. Why isn't Thor flying in and helping him? Or why wasn't the Hulk in that movie?
And you know what? Same thing with Captain America. He was going through all this stuff. Where was Iron Man? I mean, they're best friends. They have like little communicator buttons.
If Hulk showed up and saved Iron Man in Iron Man 3, that would have made the movie. And it's just so stupid. It's like, where were they? I mean, obviously Thor, you could say, is flying around in another realm or whatever. But Hulk, why was he in the movies?
Dude, you know what? Another thing too is, why haven't they introduced Spider-Man into any of those events? He's a Marvel character.
He's going to be in, I think, Avengers 3 he'll be in.
Are they?
Because they're fighting for the rights. Fox has the rights. Oh, and those Spider-Man movies aren't even that good either.
No,
I mean, the guy that plays him is like a little puny kid.
The new ones.
I didn't see Spider-Man 2.
The Tobey Maguire ones were just abysmal. Oh God. He was so bad.
I think me and you saw Spider-Man 2 in the theaters.
All he did was cry.
And it was the Friday where, because I didn't go to the Yankee game, it was the Friday where Derek Jeter dove into the stands. Yeah. It was like an extra inning game, and I was getting texts like,
"Oh, you're missing." Hero.
Yeah, better than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was getting texts like, "Oh, you're missing the greatest game," and I was sitting through Spider-Man 2, and I was with Dr. Octopus. And who was the other bad guy in it? Oh, and what's his name? Finds out Spider-Man. What's his name? John Franco?
Oh,
James Franco?
Hobgoblin?
Yeah, Hobgoblin. Yeah, that movie sucked. Those movies, because those movies are kids' movies. Kids are going to go with their Spider-Man T-shirts and the costumes, and they're going to cater to that. Like when, what's it called? The kid gives him the mask.
Yeah.
When his mask falls off. And now I saw there was a picture of like Spider-Man put on the firefighter hat and was shooting the hose. So I still haven't bought that one. Usually like these movies, instead of going to the movie theater, I wait and I buy the Blu-ray. But that one, I didn't buy yet.
You know what? Honestly, the new Batman versus Superman, I am the biggest Batman fan that ever lived. And you know what? When they picked, what's his name, Affleck to be the new Batman, I was so pissed off. I thought, you know what? I had heard that Josh Brolin was in contention for it. He would have been so much better. But honestly, the more I see him in the suit, and I see
Bruce
like
Wayne,
on IGN, like they got all the, the pictures and stuff like that, the set pics and stuff like that. I think he might be all right. It actually looks like a pretty good movie. Especially, did you see the scene from that they stole out of Comic-Con? Was it Comic-Con?
Yeah, I saw that way and lights up the.
Where his Batman's eyes light up in the machine thing that he's in, the bat suit.
So I guess what the story is that it's Batman is kind of in bed with what's his name, Commissioner Gordon and Lex Luthor, and they're pissed at Superman because of what he did in Man of Steel. So Batman is acting as the head of the cops, and they're going to try to get Superman. That's why it's Batman.
Oh, is that
Superman.
why? Oh, really?
That's how they're going to fight.
That makes sense.
I don't know how Wonder Woman gets mixed into it. And then I really hope, and this is what I liked about Man of Steel, is they didn't insult our intelligence and do like, oh, that's not Clark Kent, that's Superman. Or, there was no Clark Kent. It wasn't a nerdy guy and like, oh, where's
he
Clark?
Takes off his glasses.
It wasn't anything like that. That's what I liked about it, because it was like, come on, that's the dumbest thing. Is like, wow, he puts on his glasses and, oh, you don't look like Superman. Like they didn't have any of that. Yeah, like that, like what you're doing now.
I am Superman.
So maybe that's
with or without my glasses.
And I heard Aquaman's going to show up in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Momoa was playing him. He was what's his name?
I heard Quailman. Quailman might make a.
No. These characters are so weird. Let's see.
You don't remember that from Doug?
No, I don't remember.
Are you kidding me? Quailman? Doug Funny?
Doug was one of my least favorites.
Actually, if you look back at that show, it sucks. So
no, I was Ren and Stimpy. I was Rugrats. Doug,
I used to like David the Gnome. When I was young, David the Gnome and Eureka's Castle and all those shows.
Yeah, but then I like the live action. Like I like Salute Your Shorts.
Oh yeah,
I like
Salute Your Shorts. Dude. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah,
Snake.
That actually just went online. You can watch every single episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark. I was scared of that when I was little, but
I used to like Goosebumps, like the TV show Goosebumps.
Yeah, Doug, I wasn't really big Doug. And what's the other one? Rocco's Modern Life.
No, Rocco was good though.
Yeah,
Rocco was all right. I used to,
Rocco had the dog?
Yeah, Pork Chop.
And what was Doug's dog's name? Spanky?
No,
Doug's dog was named Chet. Pork Chop. Let's look it up.
Nah, that's all right. Who cares? Anyway,
I'm going to look it up.
The big thing for you, how about those Jets?
Jets are playing, actually, I don't know when you'll be watching this, but the Jets are playing the Patriots in an hour. And the Patriots are favored by 10
points.
And the Jets stink, so.
Well, first of all, to be honest, I'm not a Jets fan. I'm not a huge Uber football fan. I'm just like an outsider looking in. And like most New Yorkers, I listen to Mike Francesa and just regurgitate what he says and pretend like I said it. So he says that Rex Ryan isn't horrendous and Inzig is the problem. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, Geno Smith is terrible. I mean, I don't know anything about football, and I could watch 5 minutes and know he's freaking awful.
Rocco's dog was Spunky.
Oh, Spunky.
And Doug's dog was Pork Chop.
Mm.
But, yeah, Geno Smith stinks. He looked bad the past few games. And he's got that, like, dumb look. Like, Eli has the dumb look, but Geno Smith's just dumb.
Eli looks like, remember the Flintstones, that little.
It's like that, shucks. I hate that.
What was that thing that used to follow, that little alien that used to follow Fred Flintstone around?
That was the Jetsons.
Oh, the Jets. What was that little guy's name?
I don't know. The green thing?
Yeah, that green thing. That's what Eli looks like with his helmet on.
Oh, because he's got the big helmet.
Uh-huh. But, no, he's just got that.
No, he's got that shucks. Like, and he always blames someone else. He's always, like, pointing like this.
Yeah, but you know what? Off the field, though, he takes full responsibility, even if it wasn't his fault. But let me ask you, do you think so Hoyer right now in Cleveland is doing pretty good. Now
if they're going to move him out. Well, he's going to be a free agent next year because they got Johnny Manziel.
You know what, though? Nah, they're not going to I get.
Yeah, but they've been winning. Cleveland's been winning. So if they keep him for like another year or so.
Hoyer's going to stay. Do you think that the Jets would ever draft Manziel? And if they did, do you think
Manziel got drafted already?
By who?
He's on the Browns.
Well, no, I'm saying.
Oh, no. They had the opportunity. They passed. But next year, if they're in position,
Well, the problem actually,
if there's no Rex Ryan and they hire a coach before the draft, the coach is going to want a quarterback.
Carton actually said something, and I can't stand Carton. He actually said something smart the other day. Was if you have two quarterbacks, then you don't have one.
Yeah, well, they got Vic. They should start Vic. I mean, I hate Vic, but he's a lot better than Geno Smith as far as playing goes.
You know what though?
It's hard to root for him, but still, like they have nothing to lose. They're 1-5. They're going to be 1-6 after you watch this.
But don't you think, with RG3 and Vic and
well, RG3 is never going to walk.
But no, it's not even that. But these defenses have their numbers. All these running quarterbacks and shit like that. All they do is just get crippled in a year. And the defense running around what they're going to do.
Running around in college, you're running around against kids that are 18 years old, 19 years old. Now you're running around against men
that are 6'9"
on roids, on God knows what. Yeah,
it's like getting hit by a freight train.
Yeah, so they're looking to get killed. So that's why RG3 is never going to play a full season. That's why Vic always gets killed. But Vic is better than Geno.
Well, Geno's got to go. But do you think that
they can't? They drafted him high. Second round.
Yeah, but they can't get rid of him?
Well, they can, but then they're just admitting that the last 2 years were a waste. And then the
last 2 years were a waste.
Yeah, I know. Well, Mark Sanchez, they get rid of him, and he's never going to play again.
I know. Did you see him eating chicken wings on the sideline?
Yeah, he's always holding the clipboard, too. I wonder what he's drawing on it.
Did you see that stupid little soccer thing that he used to wear? I wanted to smack that off his head.
He wears like a glow stick around his head.
I just want to smack that off his stupid face.
Yeah. Remember the video of him dancing with his butt down with the girls?
No.
I'm going to show you
the hell are you watching?
Okay. It's still online.
No, okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I bet it is. Anyway, but no, I mean, do you think that there's a possibility they might bring Manziel to the Jets ever? No. Why?
Because the Browns are going to keep him as
they're not going to keep them. They're going to use Hoyer. If Hoyer's doing good.
No, Hoyer's going to be free agent. They're going to sign him.
I'll bet you they sign him. Why wouldn't they sign him? He's doing great considering what they got. And they said that Manziel does the same crap. I don't think his stuff is going to translate either.
Oh, well, he hasn't even played yet. I mean, they're just waiting for him. But look what happened with Aaron Rodgers. They drafted him. He didn't play for like 3 years. So,
yeah. Well, Brady was like a towel boy.
Yeah, Brady was a towel boy until Drew Bledsoe got killed. So
yeah,
and then the story there. Let's see if I.
Yep, he's looking for it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Wait, this is Mark Sanchez dancing with the girls. You never saw this? He got in like a lot of trouble with this. That's funny. Well, that's why they don't like people like that.
He's terrible. But you know what? That was some. Anyway.
Baseball, I haven't watched one inning of. So I refuse.
You know what though?
I don't care how exciting it is. It's two teams that no one watched. The Kansas City Royals, and now it's going to be the Giants are playing the Cardinals tonight. If the Giants win, they're in the World Series. No one's going to watch that.
Yeah, but you know what? I would like to get behind the Kansas City Royals for a little bit.
There's only 4 more games left.
Well, who are they playing? I don't even know.
The winner of the Giants and the Cardinals tonight.
Okay. Well, I don't like either of those teams, so I'm hoping Kansas City wins. But I just like I would love to see the Cubs or something like that. Somebody fresh, not the Yankees.
Oh yeah, the Royals haven't won since '85.
Yeah.
Some guy held up a sign that says.
These are the Mets.
Well, Mets. That's it. Some guy was holding up a sign that had his 1985 championship jacket saying, "This one doesn't fit me anymore. I need a new one." And he was like all over because I guess it was 20 years.
Who was that?
A fan was holding it up, holding the sign up, and attached to the sign was his jacket, and the jacket was like small, and it says, "This one doesn't fit me anymore." So that's
your predictions for who goes to the Super Bowl. Definitely Broncos.
I post all my picks online. I have like a blogspot thing, which I've been getting killed all year. I picked in the beginning of the year Saints. Patriots.
Saints.
Yeah, Saints, Patriots.
What are you talking about?
It's so far. I don't know. Who knows?
The Saints.
Everyone thinks Seattle's going to repeat or whatever, and then the Broncos or the Patriots. I did Saints, Patriots.
Dude, no. I mean, it's hard to do back-to-back Super Bowls. I doubt. I mean, Seattle is nasty. They are an amazing team.
They lost last week to Dallas.
What about the Cowboys?
Mm-mm.
You don't think the Cowboys? You think
Cowboys
they're
have to play a full season? Yeah, they have to play a full season.
What are they, 5-0?
No, they're 5-1.
5. Who'd they lose to? Well, either way, I mean, that's still a
I
pretty
don't
damn
know.
good record.
I think they lost in overtime.
Were they even playing scrubs though, or not? Not really.
No, well, they beat Seattle
They beat
last week.
Seattle. Didn't they beat?
They beat the Texans in overtime. They play the Giants on Sunday.
Wow.
And then Thanksgiving they actually play the Eagles, which would be for first place.
Yeah.
So.
Did you see that new thing that Jeter's possibly going to be doing?
That thing sucks. Yeah, someone has to tell Jeter that Twitter's already out. He said that he wanted to make a website where there was no filter between the athletes and the fans, and that the athletes can speak their minds. These guys speak their minds on Twitter all the time and get in trouble for it.
Yeah, but the problem is that the media, they what do they call it? Selectively edit what they say, so they turn things totally against them.
Yeah, but like if someone like loses a game, someone's going to tweet something like, "Oh, we should have won,"
and like,
"Oh, yeah, no, we should have won," or whatever. Like on this website, they have like all week to write a paragraph, and someone's going to edit it, make sure it makes grammatical sense, and they don't sound like idiots. And then it's just going to make sure that they don't say anything that's going to hurt them. So it's. I heard it. I said that's the dumbest thing ever, and so far it's been online since October 1st, and they only have 3 posts.
Really?
So yeah, it's Jeter saying this is what it's going to be. It was Russell Wilson saying that he was a bully when he was little, and I think Blake Griffin just wrote one about Donald Sterling was like his weird racist uncle. Yeah, Donald Sterling, the guy, the Clippers owner. Yeah. So, Blake Griffin's on the Clippers, so he wrote an article about that. And I think Danica Patrick wrote one too. But I don't care about these people. Like, if I had a Twitter account, I wouldn't be following them because they're not interesting.
Yeah.
I don't need Russell Wilson to, tell me that he was a bully. I don't care.
Yeah,
you're a millionaire. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Who cares what you did when you were 12?
I know.
So that thing is stupid to me. I thought it was a stupid idea. And, Jeter, social media and like Facebook and all that stuff. Someone should tell him that that's what social media is for.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he's exploding on social media now, but all he did in his career was avoid it.
Well, yeah, they asked him questions. He never answered questions.
Yeah. But
he was always private, So
that's why he's got so much credit towards him, because he didn't
but the
air out
writers
his dirty laundry and all that crap. I mean, you gotta respect him.
He never got in trouble. That's why the writers hate him. But there's going to be this is what's going to happen. There's going to be one guy who doesn't vote him into the Hall of Fame because like he snubbed him for an interview.
Yeah.
So he could get like 100% of the vote. But there's going to be like one nerd who, Derek, I have a question, and then he like leaves.
Let me tell you something. He doesn't need any doofus to tell him that he did a good job. I mean, the Hall of Fame, any Hall of Fame is dumb. Because
there's too many people in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's stupid. Even like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they got
that's who's going in. Green Day.
I don't even, Green Day they've got like, it's just such a joke.
Well, yeah, that's a little overcrowded because you're like, who? If you have to ask like who the artist is, they're not a Hall of Famer, but they've been doing it for so long. I mean,
you know what the problem is? There's no. Well, actually, no. There are good bands out. If you listen to like, there's a radio station locally called 90.7 WFUV. Yeah. It actually broadcasts at Fordham University.
Fordham,
yeah, and it's awesome. If you listen to that, there are so many new artists on there, and it's commercial free because it's college, whatever.
Wait, so what's the criteria for Music Hall of Fame? You have to be around for 20 years or 25?
I think you have to donate the most amount of money to the Hall of Fame.
No, because like Metallica's in it. They've been around since '81.
Well, look at like Black Sabbath. They just got put in like a couple of years ago. Is Kiss?
Like last year, yeah. Kiss is in it,
yeah.
I know Green Day, but Green Day came out like in '92 or '91, so it's got to be 20 years. I think it's 20 years.
Yeah, but Green Day was out before they really hit a big.
Well, they had 2 albums before Dookie. Yeah, so maybe
like the late 70s.
So say not 70s.
I mean, late 80s.
If they came out in '89, that would make sense. So 25 years. Yeah, maybe it is 25 years. But
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you have bands that like don't belong in there, like these stupid grunge bands or like the punk rock.
Yeah, but
stuff.
You know what? Though?
And then they have to satisfy a certain subculture and throw in a rapper in there. So you have like. Well, LL Cool J deserves to be in there, but these rappers that you've never heard of. Like, they were so successful. If they were so successful, why didn't they get played on radio?
Yeah. Pumpkin Spice is getting admitted now.
Oh, it's done. It's empty. Metallica's a Hall of Famer. Black Sabbath, obviously. Ozzy.
How's he sober now?
Yeah, that's why he sucks. I saw him.
He doesn't suck.
I saw him in May. He was good. I saw him with Black Sabbath.
Did you really?
I saw him at the Barclays Center. Yeah.
Why didn't you call me?
I did. You need to go. Who else is in the Hall of Fame or should be? Creed. All right. If you want to go by stats, Creed should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they sold
because that album sold like 20 million records.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
If you want to go by just record sales.
I saw this thing today that Scott Stapp tried to kill himself and then T.I. like walked him off the ledge.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's true, but
what was Scott Stapp's solo thing called? Or did the band make another band after Alter Bridge?
I don't know.
Creed's another one that sold 8 billion copies, and they should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but that's why, like, you know, I guess I don't even know who, but like you say, they gotta, you know, submit to the popular whatever. But well, actually, they don't though, because if that was the case, Kiss would have been in a long time ago.
Yeah, Kiss wasn't a real band.
Nah,
Kiss
I mean,
was
they had
like a novelty.
Yeah, no, but they had a couple of good songs. But like even guys like like John Denver and, you know, what the heck is that guy's name? Oh my God.
Who?
Whatever. He sings
what's the song?
All
right, next.
Sweet Baby. James Taylor. He
sucks though.
He's
awesome.
Is
that the guy that turned into a Muslim?
No, that's Cat Stevens.
Okay.
That's make a hiney hole.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't belong in there. That Hall of Fame's so overcrowded, and I have no desire to go see it. Where is that? Cleveland, Ohio?
Yeah, no, actually, my girlfriend went there. She said it was awesome.
Yeah,
yeah. They said they had like a little stick figure thing of Mick Jagger's outfit. He's small, dude.
I mean, I don't want to drive it. She drove there?
No. No. She took a plane, but she had to go. Yeah, but no. She
Cleveland, Ohio.
She had to go for something else, and she just happened to be in Cleveland, so they stopped.
I would drive there, catch a Browns game, but yeah, I'm not flying. Oh, and you know what's in Cleveland? The house from the house from A Christmas Story. Is in
really?
Cleveland, yeah.
I'd like to go see that. Where's the the Home Alone house is in Chicago? Yeah.
Chicago, where absolutely no one was there, and the kid's locked in the house and can't knock on his neighbor's door or use the phone because that would have ended the movie in the first 10 minutes. That was so stupid. Like he's in Chicago.
Do not even try to tear that down.
First of all,
a classic.
They're in Chicago.
I know, I get it.
And there's not one black person in the movie.
It's stupid, but it's great.
They're in Chicago and there's not one black person in the movie. How do you get away with that?
Because in the upscale part of Chicago.
No, even in the airport, there's like not one black extra. You have to watch the movie. Go back and watch it. There's
a black extra?
No, like just like a black cop or something like that. Throw that in there.
Cole Winslow should have been in there.
I know. The scene where he steals the toothbrush and he goes into the ice skating ring. There's not one black person. Yeah, shoplifter, right?
Shoplifter.
There's not one black person in the skating ring. All right, and I got another thing.
You know what? I hope the shovel slayer gets you later. I hope he.
Old Man Marley.
Old Man Marley walks up and down the street.
That'll be on before you know it.
Sidewalks.
They're almost.
Dude,
they're ushering out
the other day,
Halloween
the whole
already.
Aisle is Christmas stuff.
Yeah, if you go in the back of Target where like the Halloween candy is, there's Christmas trees and stuff. They're getting ready for it.
Yeah.
They want to make as much money as possible.
Such a joke. Even Thanksgiving, you know what? It's such a shame, man. When we were growing up, Thanksgiving was you were with your family, and you know you had Thanksgiving dinner, and you watched football. You played football in the front of the house.
Now it's like, I got to leave before dessert to go line up and save $4 on a toaster that I'm never going to use.
Yeah.
Like these people are so stupid. It's like just go online and you get the
yeah.
free shipping, and it's the same price.
Who wants to get trampled? What? I don't need a TV
stand.
bad enough to break my leg.
Yeah, why are these people buying TVs? It's like, oh, it's on sale. Like, okay, like, what do you need a TV for?
I know.
And oh, I had to get this bread maker or something like that. Like, I saw someone.
I do have nice bread makers.
Like they're buying Christmas lights and stuff. Like, who cares? Like, that's what online shop. You're off on Friday. You go into work on Monday. The first thing you do is go on Amazon and buy whatever you want for, free shipping.
How much could you possibly save that it would be worth getting in your car after eating your face off?
Yeah, leaving your family
early. And just, there's wine at home.
Well, it used to be like Friday morning they opened early, And then it used to be 12 o'clock they open at midnight.
Yeah.
Now it's like we're opening up at 6 o'clock at night to go, carry on. And I feel bad for the people that work there.
No, I mean that's
if you've
really
worked for
honestly.
5 years,
I think that's what it boils down to. The poor people that now, granted, some people actually decide that they want to work there because they got no families or whatever. But you know what? Don't be the one person that can work. There's 50 people in that store. You know what? Let them stay home with their families instead of cleaning up friggin' pools of blood or some dumbass that just got trampled on.
Too. I mean, you better be paying these people too, because Thanksgiving is a holiday that everyone has off. It's not religion
It's not
based,
religious.
And it's not an idea. It's everything shuts down, and usually like the next day, it's 50-50 if you have work or not. So these people who show up, and it's like they're miserable, and then they have to deal with people like, oh, how come you ran out of this so and so, and it clearly states that there's only 3 in the store,
exactly,
and 400 people want it. So
people are the worst.
I don't know, but I like watching it. I like watching the news like that night and seeing like all the destruction.
Just watching the doors at the Walmart just fall.
Yeah, it's like, what are these people? And then you know what I like to see too, and it's not nice to say, when they show the homeless shelter and the food banks, and like people are getting the free food and they're all homeless and stuff, but everyone's got this iPhone, the iPhone. It's like they're broke, they're wearing hand-me-down clothes, but everyone's texting on the friggin' phone.
They're posting their meals to Facebook.
Like I don't get
meal on wheels.
It's like you sacrifice paying your bills and buying food, but you're walking around with a $600 phone. So that's
because it's a gift from the government.
It's a gift from us because it's coming out of our paychecks.
That's why I pay freaking half of my paycheck to the government.
But look for that. Let's see. Thanksgiving night when you watch the news. I saw that last year. Well, last year especially with the storm.
They take selfies while they're standing in line.
Oh my God! I'm gonna think of a hashtag for that.
Yeah, hashtag homeless selfies.
There's a word for that, but I can't say it on here.
Hashtag bum smile.
Speaking of bad words, what do you think about the Redskins thing? Did you see what happened over the weekend?
You know what? Honestly,
wait. Did you see what happened over the weekend though? The chief of the Navajo Indian tribe was sitting front row with the owner of the Redskins watching the football game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say something that you're probably going to. Well, look, the way I feel like is if they change it. If I owned it, I would change it, and the only reason, not because I buckle under political pressure. Who cares? The guy's a billionaire. Who cares? But you could sell so much more merchandise if you change it to like the Washington Warriors or whatever the hell they wanted to call them. To be honest with you, I don't really.
You think they should change it?
You know what? I think they should do whatever they think. You know what? I don't think they should buckle to these stupid special interest groups. If Dan Snyder wants to change it, then change it. If he doesn't, then you know what? Leave him alone. It's a storied franchise, and everybody's. The only thing I'm saying is that if there was me and I owned the place, I would change it in a second.
Change it to make everyone happy.
No, who cares about? Well, look.
Yeah, well, you want to sell more. You want everyone.
Yeah, but you know what?
The people who are protesting aren't even Native Americans.
Yeah, well,
see, that's people that see a hot issue and they want to pick it outside. They weren't there 2 seasons ago. They weren't there. Yeah. The team's been out since the 40s.
You know what? If you really want to help Native Americans, then give them money. They're all
go to the casinos.
If you ever see like these reservations, they're all destitute. They live in like shacks.
And then they have nice casinos that people go and gamble.
Like a Mohegan Sun from the 50s.
Mohegan Sun is an Indian reservation. Yeah, they have no problem doing that.
Seriously, but they're such hypocrites. Oh, help them. You help them. If you want to do something, put your money where your mouth is and donate to them. And
donate to them.
I don't see how changing the name of a football team is going to make any difference to them. They're screwed. They really are screwed.
All right, the team's been out since the 40s. How come no one has said anything until like the past year or so?
Well, because every special interest
here we go. Here's another thing.
World where people that don't even just like to
if the name is so bad, right? If you say, for instance, the S word or F word on TV, they'll bleep you out and you get fined for it. You can't say the N word because they'll bleep you out, you get fined for it. No one's bleeping out the word Redskins when these announcers say it, and they don't blur the name on it, so it's not offensive by law. So when Phil Simms says he's never going to say the word Redskins again, you said the word Redskins for the past 20 years. What changed? What changed? It's not like, no one's writing to you saying, "Oh, I'm so offended. I'm so offended." Like, you're just doing it because everyone's doing it. It's the thing. Like, everyone's.
Honestly, it's the same thing with like the Christmas.
But yeah, if the name was
like that,
if the name Redskins was so offensive, the FCC would step in and bleep it out every time it's mentioned, or blur out the logo or something like that. A
couple of selfish special interest a-holes
that aren't even
nothing better to do with their time, that sit home and get offended over everything. It's like the Christmas concerts. You can't have a Christmas concert anymore because you might offend the one atheist in the crowd when there's 99,000.
You can't have a Christmas tree. It's a holiday tree.
It's a holiday
winter concert.
You know what? Screw that one person and let them go outside if they don't like it. Tough shit.
No, my thing is,
that's how it should be.
If you don't want the Christmas concert or the Christmas tree or whatever, go to work on Christmas. If Christmas isn't special to you, go work. Go into your office.
Exactly.
You have no problem taking the day off.
Okay.
You have no problem getting paid for the day off. Go to work.
Goodbye.
If it's not meaningful to you, like, go to work.
But see, that's the problem, is that these companies, they buckle to these special interest groups, and it's always one person. There's one loser that has nothing better to do with their time than to make life miserable for everybody else because they're a miserable piece of garbage. That's all it is.
But why make everyone happy when you could just stay to your values and stuff like that? Like Coles, I think, says like Merry Christmas.
These people are scum. They're leeches. You know what? The problem is that like if Johnson & Johnson gets a letter saying, "Oh, well, I'm not going to, buy a bar of soap from Johnson."
There's no Spanish babies. They'll put a Spanish baby in the commercial.
Or even the Redskins. Oh, you broadcast on a Redskins thing. I'm not going to buy a bar of soap. If I was them, I'd be like, all right, then go ahead. Buy friggin', Chet's soap. I don't give a crap. We've got $10 trillion.
That's how I do it. And usually, like, around like the war on Christmas time, O'Reilly does like a list of like who's saying Merry Christmas in their ads and who's saying like Happy Holidays and stuff. Yeah. It's Happy Holidays. What holiday are you talking about? Christmas Eve, Christmas, and New Year's.
Up till
especially after Hanukkah.
Yeah, after Hanukkah.
Someone says Happy Holidays to you, I say Merry Christmas.
Okay, well, it could be Hanukkah, it could be Christmas. After that, even on Christmas Day, they'll say Happy Holidays.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Like, what holiday are you talking about? You can say the word Christmas. No one's gonna. It's not a bad word.
Yeah.
But I hate that in the stores. Oh, have a nice holiday.
Although, Merry Christmas. One thing I'm glad about is that this country actually finally woke up out of its coma with that. And like Sears, for example, Sears had holiday trees and they had the holiday lights and holiday claws, whatever. And you know what? People backlashed against them. The very next year, Christmas was trees. Like, raining Christmas. So, see, it works.
The whole point of the Christmas tree was that I think it was they were growing the tree inside in Germany, and then around Christmas time they either decorated it because there's this magical tree from Jesus or whatever. So the actual tree is taken from that kind of like story, and then you have Santa Claus, which NBC
Saint Nick,
was Saint Nicholas, and he delivered presents to make people feel better or whatever. And then you have NBC, who during the parade refers to Saint Nick as the holiday superstar, and at like the Christmas.
Yeah, what other holiday is it for? Kwanzaa? What other holiday is it? Festivus?
I don't get it. It's nuts.
It is stupid. Well, that's the country we live in. It's terrible.
People are so sensitive. It's
God.
They get offended. But around this time of year, you'll see it after Halloween. When Thanksgiving starts to pick up and all this stuff, Happy Holidays and all that crap.
You know what though? I kind of get the feeling sometimes that people are getting really tired of the PC stuff, and I think they're finally coming around to, okay, that's enough. Enough for this bull crap. Take your PC stuff and shove it. I'm telling you, people get
the networks still, there's left and right networks and all that stuff. They'll pick.
Yeah.
And this has been going on for a long time. Like when Charlie Brown Christmas came out. They were shocked that Linus was reciting, the story of Christmas, and they wanted it.
What now?
No,
I mean,
back in like
back-
the '60s. Yeah.
Really?
When he's on the stage by himself.
I didn't
it's
know
like,
that.
Yeah, it was like
That was a big
groundbreaking.
thing?
Yeah, it was like a hot button issue. It was like it's a cartoon, and the kid's telling the story about like shepherds and the North Star and all that stuff. But yeah, people are always going to find something to complain about.
People,
It's-
you know
and
what
now
it is?
with the internet and the computers and stuff, if they all get together and it's like one big community, it's you know,
Of trolls.
look at the idiots that slept at the city or whatever happened to that too.
The what?
The people that camped out against the 1%.
Oh, the Occupy Wall Street. Yeah, that fizzled out pretty quick.
And they always complain that you know, the country's run by the 1% or whatever, and we're not going to feed into that. Well, they all have iPhones that's part of the 1%.
Mhm.
They're all blogging on computers, which that
Apple
guy is
laptops and
Apple
built
laptops.
in China
They got no
by
problem
slave labor.
using
Yeah.
this stuff, but when it comes to that stuff, gimme.
Yeah, they're all hypocrites.
And none of them obviously
They
have
just
jobs.
don't wanna work.
Yeah, and none of them want to work. They don't
They
have
want
jobs.
government to take care of them from cradle to grave, give them their cell phones, tell them they look pretty, hold their hands, you know. But
Those people are idiots. I
Well,
never got into the
you know
Occupy
what?
stuff.
But that's these people are morons. But you know, that was another whole thing. You know, they're trying to be like the '60s, like counterculture, like, yeah, man, we can do this. But
Yeah,
you know what?
flower children.
I mean, yeah, they actually went into the woods and lived by themselves and grew their own crops, and they actually practiced what they preach.
Right,
These
they weren't
people
at
are
Wall
all
Street.
hypocrites, and they're full of
Crapping,
crap.
crapping in the
Crapping,
park, and
doing
all that
drugs,
stuff.
raping
Not
women.
showering.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean, yeah,
those guys are idiots.
I know, but
But
you know,
but for a while, that was like the cool thing to do was to go
Well,
occupy.
so, yeah, it was
It's,
cool.
You know,
like Obama, he's cool. He's really cool, right?
when Obama was campaigning the first time, I remember someone was like, "Oh, he's such a good speaker, such a good speaker." Like, all right, you could find anyone who could read off a teleprompter and smoothly and
Did
stuff
you ever
like
hear
that.
him when he doesn't talk on his teleprompter?
No, I mean, I don't really listen to him. But like,
If you clock how many times he says or
but like you could find any actor and then put a teleprompter in front of him and be like, "Wow, that guy's smooth." Like, it doesn't mean he's gonna run the country
I know.
properly. So I didn't like that about him. I mean, you know.
You know what? Honestly, when he first got elected, I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe this guy can do something. All right. I was kind of hesitant about it, but I'm like, you know what? Let him go. Let's see what he does. And then kaboom.
Well,
oof.
and the only reason why he got voted in,
Even the Democrats are shooting him down now.
well, yeah,
I shouldn't
now,
say shooting with the president. Not
well, no, the only reason why he got in the first time is because what was it? It was like 80% of black people that voted for Obama had never voted before in their life. So these people coming out of the woodwork, just like, oh, he's black, let me vote for him, or Spanish people, and thinking that their debt would be magically gone.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to pay any bills anymore, and they would get more handouts.
It wasn't
And then
even
the
them.
second time,
It's just a lot. You know what? To be honest with you, I mean, they make up just a small chunk of the
but if
voting
they've never
populace.
voted before and they weren't expecting that, like,
But
there was a surge,
You know what?
and it's
It's
all
gotta
over the
be
place.
a whole bunch of white morons that drink the Kool-Aid before he's going to get
Well,
voted
the
in.
liberals. Well,
Yeah.
and then the second time around is because the two Republicans were idiots, and not one of them had a strong enough case for going up against them.
Yeah, I think
So-
you know what? Actually, even the liberals right now are saying if Mitt Romney had got in, we'd be in much better shape.
Yeah,
which
if
is
anyone
hard for
got
them
in.
to get. Danny Deutsch the other day said it, which is hard to believe. But so
That's the Obama take.
yeah.
We could go into depths with that. What else we got? We
Uh,
did football. We did baseball.
let's
Not into
see.
hockey yet.
No, hockey sucks.
Basketball, not into that yet. And that didn't even
Baseball
start. It's
sucks,
still got a few weeks. Let's see. What any good movies coming out?
I'm gonna.
Did you see Gone Girl yet? I don't even know what it's about. Everyone's like,
who
"Oh,
the
it's
hell
Best
wants-
Picture." It's Ben
You
Affleck.
can go see that.
No,
You can go
Well,
see it
I
with
hate
Mark
going.
Sanchez.
No, I hate going. I hate going to the movies. First of all, unless it's like something I've been waiting for to see, I won't go to the movies because it's so stupid. Because between people kicking you, people on the cell phones texting, and the phones going off,
Because
it's
other people suck. Other people are so just, they have no manners anymore.
yeah.
Other people just are all about themselves. It's me, me, me. I'm going to pick up my phone. Think about the other people around you, stupid. Don't freaking, if you put your phone on vibrate, If you're gonna be on your phone, at least lower the brightness on the screen. You idiot.
Like, oh, I'm in the theater. I'll call you back. Like, don't answer the phone. Like,
people are so hateable.
Unless you have like a pregnant wife at home, there's no reason for you to answer the phone.
Honestly.
So I would rather wait.
Unless it's a Spider-Man movie, then it sucks.
Yeah. Well, the way they're rushing out the movies on home video, it's like I would rather wait an extra 3 months.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you know what? I'll be comfortable in my chair. I'll be hanging out, relaxing. I'll have a couple of nice cold beers, and you know what?
You can pause it,
I got HD. I can pause it, go to the bathroom. Life is great. That's one thing.
Like I didn't watch Turtles because I was like, all right, it's gonna come out. I'll just wait for it on Blu-ray or whatever, and I'll wait. It's coming out next month, so.
That's one thing I actually really want to see. You know what? I didn't want to see it enough to bring me to a movie theater for the exact reasons you just said, but I really do want to see. I heard it was mediocre.
It should be fun.
When I found out Michael Bay was on it, I wanted to just jump off the roof because he just ruined the Transformers series.
Transformers.
The first one was actually I really liked the first one, but the rest of them from there were
the second one was terrible.
That was with the kid where Optimus dies and they got the thing in his.
And he had like the Spanish roommate who was making like the puppy calendars.
Oh yeah.
That was the second one.
Dark Side of the Moon, or whatever the hell.
That was the third one.
That was terrible.
The fourth one's awesome. I know you fell asleep during it, but
how is that awesome?
You gotta watch it.
It's the same garbage recycled all over again.
No, I'll show you.
Fine, I will watch.
I'll show you the part where you fell asleep to the end.
It was like, 20 minutes left. You tell me.
No, it's not 20 minutes left. The movie's like 3 hours.
Yeah, no, it was. That's why I fell asleep. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's like so drawn out, but
yeah.
Turtles. I heard that like the bad thing about it is like the turtles are the size of Transformers, like they're huge.
Yeah, no, you know what? That was short. Like the cool thing about the turtles was that they were small and teenage. But these things are like freaks of nature.
And the first Turtles movie is awesome.
That is the best, one of the best movies ever with Casey Jones and everything like that.
It was like realistic. They were really there. There's no like bad CG.
Yeah.
Storytelling was good.
See, that's one thing that's lost now is that like the puppets type stuff. Like, although you know what I heard,
lost when Jim Henson died. That's why.
Yeah, but you know what? Actually, I heard that the new Star Wars is gonna have like really not a lot of CG type characters, and they're mostly gonna rely on practical puppets and stuff like that, which actually was really good because that's one of the.
Because he died when the second one came out.
Didn't he die in the 80s?
Like, no, Turtles 2 came out in what? 90 something, 91.
Why he was alive for that?
He made the first one.
Yeah, no, that.
So I think Turtles 2 was like dedicated to him. He was working on the
things.
Those things are awesome. And it doesn't even look cheesy. I mean, you could watch a movie that's in the 90s now and it'd be like, wow, this looks really cheesy, but that one doesn't look cheesy.
Dude, if you go back and you look at Jurassic Park, which came out like 1993, that
Terminator
movie
2.
still looks amazing. Terminator 2, when T-1000 walks around in his liquid metal form and goes through the
That was 1992.
That was 1992. That still looks amazing.
Jurassic Park.
I mean, it's just those movies. I don't know how they.
And then you have movies that are like, wow, it looks terrible.
They came out last week, and it looks like somebody just
Guardians of the Galaxy was good though.
Actually, yeah, my brother saw that. No, I didn't. Is that coming out soon?
It's going to come out the week before Christmas.
I can't
December
wait.
16th.
Looks like you know what you're getting me for Christmas.
Yeah, that was a good one, and I didn't know what to expect going into it because you have obscure characters. You got the raccoon, you got the tree, which I don't know how much Vin Diesel got paid for that, but all he said was
Groot.
That's it.
I think he made like $10 million off this.
That's nuts.
I'm just making that up.
But no, the movie was good, and I guess they're gonna go into like that weird realm of movies now with Marvel. It's gonna be in space.
You know what? Honestly, well, two things. One is the new Mortal Kombat is coming out, and that looks amazing.
Yeah,
the new Mortal Kombat looks sick.
Mortal Kombat X or 10.
I can't believe they haven't tried to reboot that franchise for movies.
The movie?
Although, you know what? There really hasn't been a great Mortal Kombat story in years.
Although
you could go off the mythology. I mean, Ed Boon and John Tobias, whatever.
They have 10 video games to go off, and then they could just do whatever they want. I mean,
but
the first movie had nothing to do with the video game. They were like stuck in this thing, and they had a fight. It was Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, and Liu Kang.
Yeah,
and Raiden. Yeah,
Reptile was in it. Sub-Zero, Scorpion.
Kano.
Well, you know who? Paul Anderson directed that. That's why it was so bad.
The guy with the 6 arms was in it.
Goro. Oh no, he's got 4.
Shang Tsung was in it.
Yeah, and then Shao Kahn was at the end.
Was the girl Katana?
Yeah, Katana. She was in it, but
there's a lot of them in there.
yeah, no, but
and then the second one was terrible.
Just in general, I'm just saying, why wouldn't they reboot that? I mean, if they're rebooting everything, even
I know,
oh god, they want to try to reboot Ghostbusters.
And I know exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be Melissa McCarthy making fat jokes.
Yeah, it's going to be Kirsten Wiig.
How she can't fit in her Ghostbuster costume.
She looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. She should be the new Stay Puft Marshmallow.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be those girls because what other movie did he do? Oh, maybe Sandra Bullock in there too. No. Because this guy who's directing it uses the same girls for every movie.
It's going to be Melissa McCarthy, Kirsten Wiig.
Who's Kirsten Wiig?
The one from Saturday Night Live. She was in what's that stupid one that they tried to make like kind of like Hangover? Girls' Night,
Bridesmaid
Party. Yeah,
yeah, it'll be every girl that's in Bridesmaid.
Yeah, it'll be everyone that's in Bridesmaid.
Melissa McCarthy.
That is the cast.
And I guarantee there's going to be fat jokes in there, which are uncomfortable too. Because all right, if you're a funny person, you don't have to make fun of like your weight. Like think of something creative. Like there's always a fat joke. No, well, because her shtick is boring.
I know it is.
I don't laugh at that stuff. And who's the other guy that's in the movie with her? Identity Theft. Is that Sudeikis? Or Will Arnett?
Emily Sudeikis?
No, Jason Sudeikis.
Oh yeah, and
he's going to be in that movie
too. Of course, yeah. But you know what?
It's going to be the same crap.
What pisses me off is that I heard that Bill Murray was totally into the reboot in that sense. Now, everybody's seen the things about Bill Murray and Ghostbusters. He's gotten back and forth with Dan Aykroyd for years. He had a big falling out with Harold Ramis.
Each other scripts.
They had a script where Bill Murray died and came back as a ghost to help them and stuff like that. And you know what? For years and years and years, with Harold Ramis trying to and Dan Aykroyd trying to get this thing together, he would just stonewall them. And for him to come out and say possibly that he would make a cameo in the new movie just pisses me off. It's like, dude, you know what? It just
that movie's gonna stay. And I don't know if it's gonna be girl friendly.
Yeah,
I have no desire to see that.
No.
I don't even know what it would look like. I mean, because back then it was 84. The first one came out, and with the proton packs and all the streams and stuff. It looked cool. It's cheesy now if you look at it.
You know what though?
Like Stay Puft look cool. Like what could they possibly do if it's going to be a complete reboot?
Yeah, you go the Carpathian. But you know what? One thing that made not something that made them per se, but a big factor in those movies was the music. The music kind of made it got like that.
But also those guys at the time were like megastars. It was Dan Aykroyd. They were doing Saturday Night Live.
He actually wrote that role for Jim Belushi, and then ended up on.
Well, Eddie Murphy was supposed to be Winston, and he bailed out at the end. So
did he really?
Yeah, Ernie Hudson took it at like the last minute.
Oh man,
but anyway,
on a DVD.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Anyway, it was like 4 major people. I don't look at Melissa McCarthy as like a major.
I know
actress.
They're not worthy of that title. It's just
if they throw in Tina Fey and the other one, Amy
Poehler and Tina Fey.
I know exactly.
Like the usual cast of characters.
I don't have to go see the movie. I know exactly what it's going to be. The stupid jokes,
fat jokes, and
I could see it now. I could see exactly what it's going to be like. All you have to throw in is what's the other guy? The girl that's in those Paul Rudd movies.
Oh,
This Is 40. What's that girl?
Yeah, I know who you're talking. I don't know what her name is.
Yeah, they throw her in there too.
I mean, you know what? For their stupid genre, they're good. They're fine, but don't friggin' drag down a brand and like Ghostbusters. Yeah. Don't do that. It's the same thing they do with Thor and Captain America
comics,
and everything else.
Well,
just leave it. Leave it alone.
Would you rather the girls do the Ghostbusters or have that crew do Ghostbusters where it's Seth Rogen? No. Seth Rogen.
I'd rather
Paul
neither
Rudd,
of them do it. Honestly,
Steve Carell.
I would rather have neither of them do it. There's no.
I mean, I don't like that crew either.
Yeah,
I don't like.
You know what?
Seth Rogen with his pot jokes.
If
you don't smoke pot, you're not going to find it funny.
Come up with your own original idea. How about that? How about just come up with your own stupid idea?
It would have stunk too if it was like the kids from Superbad and Seth Rogen and Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
What are they going to do? They're going to mix in their weed references.
It's not even a sexist thing. I don't. It's not that they're women. I don't care if they're women. I don't care.
It's stupid. Think of something else.
And it's a waste of time. Just as if Paul Rudd and all those morons did it.
Wait, aren't they redoing Back to the Future? They're redoing something.
Oh, God, no.
Oh,
really?
well, Jurassic Park is coming out.
I bet Michael J. Fox would like to go back.
Yeah. Chris Pratt's going to be in Jurassic Park. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt's going to be in Jurassic Park, yeah.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, yeah. I don't know. Is that a reboot or is that a sequel? Well, that guy's dead, right?
Who?
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead?
Oh, you see they make a new Independence Day?
Well, it's a sequel.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're going to do because they leveled every single city.
Yeah, I know. Well, not only that, too. Will Smith's not coming back.
He's not?
I'll be honest. I like Men in Black 3. That was pretty good.
I saw Men in Black 3, and I didn't even know that there was a Men in Black 2. So I never saw 2.
Yeah.
But I saw 3. 3 was the one with Brolin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
You know what?
I saw that one when the movie theater used to give us free movie Tuesdays, and they stopped that. So I saw a lot of bad movies that way.
He could have been great as Batman. He could have been awesome.
He probably wanted money. He's doing something
Affleck
now.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
You know,
Brolin's doing something now. Oh, he's Thanos in Avengers.
They wanted Brolin after Affleck. If Affleck turned the role down.
Yeah, but Brolin's in bed with Marvel now. He's going to be Thanos.
Is he?
Yeah, he was Thanos in.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to. He just that's CGI.
All that just came out. Oh, yeah, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Was he?
Yeah, he was Thanos.
Oh, I didn't see it, man. Come on.
Oops.
Come on, man.
Spoiler alert.
I'm probably get sued for that. Saying "come on, man."
No.
Anyway,
what else we got? We did the movies. Did Walking Dead.
I'm gonna say
Walking Dead prediction. Oh, you don't even watch it. Well, they're gonna bump into a new character. It's funny because like there was a running joke how like they didn't have more than one black person on it at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So like when they introduced another black character, the old black character got killed off, and now there's a lot of black people on the show. And in the previews, they meet a new black guy. So people were saying like, oh, they're overrun with their black amount of people. So who's gonna die next week? So they think like. This is my prediction. They're going to meet a new black guy, which is a priest. They're going to go to his church. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the black guys that's on the show now is going to die. So that's my prediction.
You know,
mainly because of that thing. Right now, there's 17 main characters.
They should just bring back Herschel and just have him kill everybody.
They're coming out with a Herschel action figure, and he's got one leg, and he's got his crutches, too.
Wait, Herschel had one leg?
Yeah, they chopped his leg off in the beginning of season 4.
I watched it up till they burned his barn down, and that was it.
No, it was after that. They were in like a prison cell, and he was like looking around like up top, and there was a zombie on the bottom. They bit his ankle, so they just like picked him up and just like chopped his leg off. And then, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, you know,
because they're chopping his leg off, right? And then as they're doing it, they notice that there's 4 survivors, and the survivors like, what the hell are these guys doing?
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's how the episode ended.
Oh my god!
I'll show it to you later. It's funny.
That show is nuts, man. You know what? Honestly, it's an amazing, awesome show. I just, I come home from work and I just don't have the. I don't know. Just like my mental capacity is not. Well, maybe I'll watch it on Netflix. But it's the same thing with my video games. Like I just bought the new Lord of the Rings game.
Oh, I played it. Pay me to play that.
No, it's actually really good, to be honest with you. But I come home from work and I want to play it, and I started. I'm just like, I tape Ghost Adventures. O'Reilly's on.
Yeah, because you watch so much TV. That's why. Like I play the video games. And I don't play the games because the experience online is so bad. So if you're playing something
No. I get sniped in 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, Call of Duty's one thing. If you play Madden and you're beating someone, then they throw a fit and they quit the game. So you played all that time. Mm-hmm. It doesn't count. Call of Duty, if you're playing someone who's played the game for about 50 hours straight, you can't even move and you get sniped. So the online experience is not enjoyable, and it's not like you're gonna invite your friends over to play video games because they're too old to do that.
Why not? You can come over and sit on my beanbag.
No, because then we're sharing the same screen. You got the split screen going on. I don't want to see that.
That was the best thing ever when you had 006. What was that? GoldenEye.
GoldenEye for N64.
Oh man, we used to play that for hours.
That's a top 10 game.
Yeah, but have you played it lately? I tried it again.
I played in college. We used to play all the time in college.
Sucks.
Well, that was 10 years ago, but that's a top 10 game.
Oh yeah, GoldenEye, and remember WCW like that.
I never played that because I didn't have 64 until college when we bought all the systems, and we're like, we have to. No, because I had PS1.
Oh, all right.
That was the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never played 64 except for in college. But no, we had to have GoldenEye, and I was always the short Chinese guy. Odd Job.
Oh
And
yeah,
I would, like
Hung
duck
low?
under. Yeah. What was the gun? The PP7.
PP7. The PP.
Then you could put it on like paintball mode. The
the golden
mode.
gun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one-shot kills.
Yeah.
Do you remember the levels? It was like the library.
Oh yeah, the caves. Yeah, the mine,
the faculty facility,
that train station thing.
Yeah, that game was good. Yeah, I put that in top 10.
You know what was better was Perfect Dark. You ever played the original Perfect Dark?
No.
That game was amazing. That game was sick.
I put Duck Hunt in the top 10 of games of all time. If you think about it, think of that technology in 1984.
Yeah, no, all right. Well,
I still don't understand how that works.
Yeah, I don't either. How the hell did that thing see where the duck was?
Yeah, I know.
And it was 1994.
84. Yes, 30 years ago.
But Mario
3,
definitely. You got Turtles in Time was awesome.
You know what's weird? It's like you name like top 10 games, and it's all stuff that
came out years ago,
30 years ago, 20 years ago. The new games now stink. It's like people that failed at movie writing. They decide to make a video game. So it's
you know what? I mean,
Final Fantasy VII was the last great video, and that was 1997.
I'm trying to think what the last.
Well,
actually, no. You know what?
Aside from like Call of Duty,
no, the God of War series was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, God of War.
It's a button masher though. Like,
yeah, but you know what? Button mashers are fun.
Yeah, but you don't remember anything from those games. Like Mario 3, you remember, a certain board. Like I can tell.
I remember crushing Zeus's face with my freaking fist of steel.
That's do you remember Mario 3, like the swimming boards, how annoying they were?
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Like the quicksand, like that stuff.
First of all, they're called levels, not boards. I can't stand that. Is it Bowser or Koopa?
I called him Bowser.
It's Koopa.
Why?
Well, it was Koopa.
What about Princess Toadstool or Princess Peach?
I just called her Princess. Princess Toadstool.
Princess Toadstool, yeah.
But
no, those games are timeless. The Mega Man 2 was up there in the top 10. Contra.
Yeah, you know what? All the hardest game ever was Battletoads. That game was.
Yeah,
I didn't get past.
It goes down as the hardest game ever.
Yeah,
I've seen articles about that. Like, craziest game because you get to the point where you're on the
that scooter thing,
and
you got to go back,
the time jumps and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that was a tough game, and there was no saving back then too. Like if you had to eat dinner, you just paused it, ran downstairs, you left it on. There were no codes. Like
no, there were codes. Down, up, left, right.
Well, yeah, that's Contra.
Yeah.
Game Genie came out around that time.
Yeah, I remember I used to go to my friend's house. We used the Game Genie. I remember he had the Game Genie for Blood for Mortal Kombat. Because in Sega, you could like.
Oh, you could turn it on and off.
Yeah.
I remember Mortal Kombat for Sega. NBA Jam.
Oh, NBA Jam. Remember Earthworm Jim? That was a good game too.
Yeah, that was a good
NBA Jam was awesome. He's on fire.
Did you ever play Ren and Stimpy for Sega? Where you're like riding the bike and one person has to pedal, one person has to jump, and then like you could do the Heimlich maneuver and shoot out like hairballs.
You know what game was actually pretty good was Aladdin.
Yeah, Lion King was good too.
Yeah, Aladdin was good. Lion King, those actually were.
They don't make video games like that anymore.
No, they don't. But they were fun. They were awesome. That's why I love these side scrollers now, like on the internet and stuff like that, like Armor Games and stuff like that. They have awesome games.
I'm not a
awesome side scrollers.
See, like right now, like all right, I've played Call of Duty for the past 9 years, 10 years, and I've never played like the solo campaigns. If I'm not playing with my friends, I don't want to play a game. Like these old games, you always just play by yourself. There's one player. There's not many 2-player games for Nintendo. The old Nintendo.
For the old Nintendo?
Yeah.
Like I never wanted to play two. Well, no, actually, the only 2-player game that I actually really wanted to play with 2 people was Donkey Kong. Because Donkey Kong.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. But Donkey Kong was better when you had Donkey and Diddy.
Yeah.
Because you would, like, my brother would play with Diddy and I'd be Donkey and we'd shoot off each other and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was a 1-player game.
Yeah.
You played Contra by yourself.
Yeah. No,
Mario 3.
You could play Contra with somebody else, but it sucked because they would get stuck in the back and you'd get killed in the front.
Who were you
Dungeons
in?
and Dragons, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 2. Because Street Fighter 1 was like Double Dragon kind of. Like it was terrible. It wasn't a fighting game. Let's see. Who did you use in Mario 2?
I used Mario. Well, I know I used Mario and I used Toad.
Toad picked up the stuff fast.
Yeah.
Luigi jumped high.
Yeah.
Princess like glide. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used her.
Really?
That doesn't surprise me. What about And then they came out with Mario Kart. Who'd you use on that one? Yoshi
Yeah, I did use Yoshi
or
actually.
Wario?
Wario. Actually, I didn't really like Mario Kart. I mean, I played it, but I didn't really, I
That
wasn't
was
head
what,
over
Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Wow, I remember when Super Nintendo came out and you could like go to the mall and play Mario World.
Oh yeah.
That was,
Dude,
like,
remember
fun.
when Blockbuster used to have the arcade, like the challenges?
I won that challenge.
Yeah, I know. I did too. I won one of them too.
No, I won like the big one. Not at was it at this Blockbuster? Yeah,
I won Mortal Kombat.
I won where there was 3 games. It was
I won a whole bunch of Marvel cards.
I won. I think I was like supposed to go to California or something. I won NBA Jam, one of the Sonic the Hedgehogs, and then the last game was like Judge Dredd or something like that. And I never played it before.
Yeah, nobody else
still,
did either.
Yeah, I still was like the highest ranked. My name was on like the thing in the window, so it was pretty cool. That was a long time ago. I have to look that up. But they used to rent the systems too. Like when N64 came out, you could rent N64.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
And now
That's one thing that
Blockbuster.
sucks, man. With Blockbuster gone, I don't want to pay $60 for a game. I want to just try it first.
GameFly is like the Netflix of video games. That was my idea, by the way.
Yeah, but
Someone
you know what?
stole
It sucks though because they have like 3 copies of the newest games,
Mhm.
and it takes weeks to get the newest games. So by the time you get it, it's like over. Well, all the panache and all the goodness about it is gone.
Can you think of anything that went out of business faster than when Netflix came out and Blockbuster went down? Because they were dropping like flies, and I think they closed like their last store. But it's like Netflix is like, all right, why do I have to go return stuff? Remember when you had to rewind movies too?
Oh yeah, I always did. Well, actually, my VCR would automatically rewind.
Yeah, but still, like that, like once Netflix came out, those things went out of business. Like,
yeah, but you know what? The red box and all that crap.
I don't do that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
I
putting
don't
my
do
credit
that.
card.
Yeah, I
in,
know, I know. But you know what though? I mean, it stinks because I mean, Blockbuster was so much fun. Remember when it first opened? A RoboCop was there. That was like one of the crowning achievements of my life. I met RoboCop.
This one over here.
Yeah,
I don't remember
RoboCop was there. It was like 1996. I was like 22. No,
I used to go to the one in Mineola all the time. The one that's like a 99-cent store.
Do you went to that one by Chipotle?
Yeah, that's the one I won the contest.
Why the hell would you go there if that one's right up the block?
It was. I don't think it was open at the time. I have to research that.
Yeah, I went to the one in Queens for a little while, but whatever.
They're all TD Banks or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that Dairy Queen closed too.
Dairy Barn, I know.
Barn.
It looks like freaking.
It
looks like The Walking Dead over there. It's all abandoned and shut down. That's another. That actually made me feel bad when I saw that was gone. Queen? I was like, oh, there goes a little piece of my childhood.
I'll be a TD Bank soon.
Yeah. Nah, hopefully it's not enough property.
Music, anything new?
No, I have to pee though.
Slipknot CD coming out.
I have to really pee bad.
You pee right now. Slipknot CD coming out October 21st. I can't wait for that one.
All 4 of their fans are probably going to be.
Yeah, me and 3 others. Yeah, and Taylor Swift. I can't wait for that either.
T Swift.
I pre-bought the album. I did. That's why I was singing that song to you today. I'll show you.
No, I believe you.
Hold on, where's my music?
I believe you.
Artist. There you go.
Can we pause this thing for a second?
No.
What do you mean no?
Look, I pre-bought
There's no pause?
No, it's no pause.
Oh, okay.
I could edit it.
Just pause it because I really got to pee.
I'll go pee.
Be right back.
All right, we're back. Long
Yay!
delay. Get a pee like a baby.
Momentary pee break. That felt good though. I'll tell you what.
All right, so what else you got in your mind? We're just talking about the U2 thing.
Oh yeah.
Uploading the whole album automatically on all people with iTunes accounts.
Can I say something? Bono looks like such a doofus with those stupid
They
sunglasses
stink.
on. Why don't he?
They always capitalize on something going wrong in the world, and then they come out with like a uplifting song or like a song that they could put in the background of all these like terrible montages.
The only reason that they have any kind of fan base right now, or they're still quote unquote relevant, is because they recycle "Hello, Hello."
That's what, Vertigo?
Yeah, Vertigo. They recycled the same song for the last 10 years. If you listen to this, like their new
10
stuff,
years, like 15
yeah,
years.
I know. If you listen to their new songs, it is Vertigo.
Remember Beautiful Day came out like after 9/11. That was like the theme song.
I know.
You know, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, like all those songs. They always capitalize on something.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it's like uplifting.
You know what? I never. Well, you know what? I mean, originally U2. I mean, what was that?
80s U2.
Yeah, it was great. I mean,
91 was like what? Acton Baby, Mysterious Ways, and
there was some. They had a pretty couple of good songs.
remember when Zorupa came out?
No.
That had Numb and Lemon.
Well, it's the same thing. Like, well, Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam went off the deep end.
I know.
They had 3 good CDs,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Well, I think. Well, yeah,
They had 10. They had Vitology. They had Verses.
Can I say something?
What?
And I know people are going to hate it. I think Nirvana is good, but
No,
I don't
they
think they deserve the
Yeah.
accolades that they get. I mean,
They
don't get
they only
me
have,
wrong.
what, 2 albums.
They do in the sense that they started a whole genre.
They didn't start it though. You know what
Yeah,
song
no,
came
they
out
did.
before?
Mudhoney or something.
No.
Was the
Well,
first.
what do
like,
they
the
say?
original.
Smells Like Teen Spirit was like, the song. Man in the Box by Alice in Chains came out 3 years before that song came out, and everyone says Man in the Box is an awesome song.
Man in the Box is awesome.
And Alice in Chains was out way before Nirvana was, and Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit came out like 91, 92, and then like all these other Soundgarden came out, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, the list goes on.
But you know what? I mean, I gotta say, like, you know, Nirvana, to me, Nirvana was. They don't get me wrong. Some of their songs are really good, whatever. But I think
They only have like 30 songs.
Yeah, I know. And you talk about David Grohl, who was in Nirvana with the Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters are awesome. They got so many good songs. I think well, I don't know if I'm going to say the Foo Fighters are better than Nirvana.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, but as far as like the library that they got and stuff like that, and
Foo Fighters been around for 20 years already.
Yeah. But I mean, they got so many awesome songs. David Grohl and the Foo Fighters are great, and it just.
What's your favorite Foo Fighters song? Give me a top 5.
I like Big Me. Oh man, shoot.
My Hero.
Yeah,
Everlong.
What else we got?
Monkey Wrench.
How's Monkey Wrench?
Don't want to be your Monkey Wrench.
Don't wanna be your. Yeah, that's a great song. But even too like. What Audio Slave? When Audio Slave came out after,
well, Audio Slave was after Rage Against the Machine kicked out Zach De La Rocca and Chris Cornell left Soundgarden, so they made a thing.
That was a great band. They really were. I mean,
Coach Eyes and Like a Stone.
Yeah.
What was their other single?
I don't know, but you know what? They were good too. Audio Slave was awesome. But
Soundgarden's back together now.
But you know what? They were musicians. Well, I mean, you know what? You could say the same thing now because you got bands. They're not in the same genre like Mumford & Sons and
you can't pay me to listen to
Lumineers.
Stuff.
Yeah, but you know what?
Lumineers. Well, they had one song. Everyone's all
Lumineers was not the best. But Fleet Foxes. You ever hear Fleet Foxes?
No.
They're awesome.
You couldn't pay me to listen to any of these. I haven't listened to a new band in ages. I mean, the Killers have been out for 15 years now. That was the last band. And you know how I started getting into the Killers? They were in the Guitar Hero. And there was a level in Guitar Hero. I was like, wow, I never heard this song. And it was like When You Were Young, or I think it was, what was their first single? Somebody Told Me.
Somebody Told Me.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this song's pretty good. And, it started downloading, which I don't know why they don't make those games anymore because it exposes people to music. But
the best
if it wasn't for that thing, I wouldn't be into the Killers.
The best riff in those games was. I
never heard that song in my entire life.
Wait on.
I remember they had Blue Oyster Cult, Godzilla.
Oh yeah,
Smoke on the Water. They're all the same notes.
Well, actually, what is it, Rocksmith now?
Rocksmith is when you plug in a real guitar. That phone, and it'll act like an amp. Like I have something called GarageBand on here, and you pick the instrument and you can plug it in and play.
That's actually pretty cool. But no, I think things like Rocksmith are pretty good. But yeah, you're right. What happened? The problem with like things like with Rock Band and stuff like that was they just started pumping them out one every month. They didn't even give you a break.
And they charged you too.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like Beatles Rock Band was awesome.
So I could play songs.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But still, that's not the same as.
Well, they're all the notes.
Yeah, but
Then
I mean,
do,
picking up an actual guitar.
Yeah,
you're not going to get women wild, but
I could play Korn, and then you could bring the guitar, right?
Whatever happened to Korn? Is Monkey still with them?
Korn is opening up for Slipknot in December.
I would stay to see Korn, and then I'll have to leave.
Remember this? Was that Half a Teacher?
Crushed. Doesn't sound anything like it.
Yeah, that's Half a Teacher. Who's the? Is that Tommy Lee for Motley Crue?
I saw Motley Crue at the Jones Beach Theater.
Motley Crue's playing the last show, October 28th.
That's what they said at the Jones Beach Theater when I saw them like 4 years ago.
And they signed the contract. Oh, sampler.
Ah.
This thing, I mean, they have stupid apps for everything.
Yeah.
But, oh, wait, I got a keyboard in here now. That's our theme song.
Mm-hmm. It's called Nobody's Listening. I wish we had phones. People could call in and just trash us.
You could set that up.
Yeah, we will. All right. You know what? We're just driving in circles now.
All right, I'll close the app. That's a good app though. It's called GarageBand, and I think you can record audio too. But yeah, I'm not big into the apps. I'm not big into.
What do you think about the iPhone 6? Did it bend on you yet?
No. Well, I bought a case, so it's not going to bend. And that's another thing. 4 people filed a complaint, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, let's make a bending video. All that stuff. People overreacting once they see something. They had no problem waiting online for 4 days buying it, and then they see one thing. So,
well, I kind of like
Apple has everyone by the cojones.
You know what? I'm kind of Apple burned out a little bit, but I mean their products are really freaking still awesome. I mean my iPhone 5S.
Oh yeah, the 5S.
Yeah,
that's not bad. Oh, and that's another thing. Like you said, like Blockbuster went out of business when Netflix came out. Remember AIM? AIM went out of business when people started texting, or like BBM. BBM was like the cool thing. Everyone had BlackBerry Messenger, and then everyone got iPhones. Well, yeah, I don't even know what my password is.
You think you could still log on to like AOL like that and like IM people?
Yeah,
you can.
Yeah, there's apps on the phone for AIM, but like even BBM, like that was the thing. Like BBM me on Blackberries, and then that got old, and then now it's just like text me or email me.
I had the worst when I first got a computer. I had a 14.4 modem, and I remember
14.4K.
Yeah, one of our friends used to instant message me and try to send me an email at the same time. My computer would just crash.
Oh, that's the AOL. Remember the discs? They used to give you the hours.
Yeah,
hours?
That's right. Yeah, I had the 50. Well, he had a 56K, and I had a 14.4.
I think I had 36.6.
You had a 36.6? Yeah, no, I had a 14.4. He had a 56K. Nobody that was born.
I remember they used to. Yeah, they don't understand it. They used to mail. In the mail, they used to give you a CD, and it used to be like 100 free hours, but you needed a credit card or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember what it was a month.
It was expensive. It was like $40-$50 a month
for AOL.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Imagine trying to do that.
But dude,
now.
it was like the big, huge thing back then. I mean, it's like
modems. You had to have a modem, and
then nobody
your
could
phone
call your
was
house.
busy. Yeah, your phone was busy. Oh, they must be online or something. That's fine. Yeah, people now wouldn't understand that, and that was what 96, 97?
Dude, honestly, the future of technology right now looks incredible. I mean, you've got...
Well, Google's taken over. Google just started today. They started, they're offering cable service and...
Yeah, well, did you see their fiber optic network?
It's called Google Fiber.
Yeah,
it crushes
everything. It's like 777 megabytes download speed.
They're gonna, once they get
whatever
up here,
the hell
they're
it
going
is.
to take over everything.
Yeah.
It's already on, they got the Google phones and,
You know what, though? Like, people get scared of that stuff, but I love that stuff. I mean,
because I just want it faster.
With the supercomputers and stuff like that, the supercomputers that are coming. I was watching the Science Channel the other day. They're talking about these new supercomputers that have they say within 10 years to 20 years, we're going to have the computing capacity of a human brain. And then every step beyond that is going to be 10 brains, 20 brains, up to 1,000 human brains at one instant. I mean, they're going to be able to put in diseases and what their functions are and stuff like that. And these computers will be able to figure out a vaccine in like no time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be, and not only that, but like with like the tokamak machines, like the fusion machines.
Yeah.
Lockheed Martin just came out and said that they figured out a way to make fusion viable. I mean, if they could make fusion viable, I mean, you're talking limitless energy. With no pollution, it's going to change everything. And people get scared with the new technology and stuff like that.
Oh, it's Samsung's working on 5G, but I think like right now, everyone wants everything now. Like I went from
the problem with society.
Yeah, I went from like the 4S to the 6, and like towards the last few days of the 4S, like just in between like apps or opening up an app, it took like 5 seconds, and I was just like, why is this so slow?
Yeah,
because I wanted to open it up.
I know.
Same thing with like TV, like people rather like in CBS and HBO are all saying like you could have on demand now, like whenever you want, like as a separate service, because people don't want to wait for a show or like watch the show when you tell them.
Yeah,
they want to watch it whenever they want. Yeah, like all right, I'm bored.
No
let me watch.
Instant.
Let me skip and all that stuff. So I want everything now. So. And I think I read something where, like, if a web page doesn't load in 3 seconds,
it's like a fail-dozer.
Well, someone's going to just leave, or their mind is going to drift off. And I'm seeing that now. Like, I don't know if it happened. Looking to Google something, and like I look away,
load, and it's not there.
If like Google is open, and then like I go to like tie my shoe, and I look up, I'll forget like what I want to Google.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do that a lot with commercials too. Like if I'm watching a show or a sports show, and there's a commercial there, and then I change the channel, I forget what I'm watching before because I just don't have like. It's not in front of me. Like, I just want everything.
It just has to be like now.
That's why when people DVR, they skip the commercials, and and they record, hundreds of shows at a time. Like you always hear people, "Oh, my DVR's filled." Like, how do you watch? All this stuff. Like, what do you do with that time? Do you bring the laptop in the bathroom and watch it? Then it's like, I can't. I mean, sitting inside watching all that television. That's why I don't really watch TV. I don't know.
No, I love TV. I mean, all the benefits of modern TV are awesome. The only thing is, the DVR in the list of inventions in the course of human history. There's the wheel, antibiotics, and the DVR.
Indoor plumbing.
No, I'd rather have a
toilet
DVR.
Paper.
I'll go take a dump in the backyard.
What about toilet paper?
Just leaves.
Cell phones.
Those three. Oh yeah, smartphone.
Well, just a phone. Like if you're driving, imagine if you were like driving like to Pennsylvania and you didn't have your phone. Once you got halfway to Pennsylvania, honestly, you would feel like
no. Because you know what? The other day, I left my house for the first time in a long time without my phone, and I felt so free.
Yeah, but what if something happens? Like,
you know what? If something's going to happen, something's going to happen anyway. If you
get a flat tire, would you rather walk 40 miles to the nearest gas station?
Let me tell you something. If I get a flat tire, I will flag somebody down. And
but if you're in the sticks,
of them have when am I in the sticks? We live on Long
Island. If you're driving
to
Pennsylvania,
dude, you're on a parkway, and they have like those 911 things, but. First of all, no. First of all, I'm not going to drive to Pennsylvania without my cell phone. I'm going to go up to King Cullen and get like a bag of chips without my cell phone, but it felt so good.
I think there's like a stat where people on a daily basis check their phone like 120 times.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Well, it'd just be like turning it on,
and
see
you get the phantom
number.
You get the phantom text.
Yeah, that's why I don't have my phone on vibrate, because I did that once. Yeah, and like my leg would vibrate, and I'd be like looking at it and nothing happened. I'm like, wow, this is weird. So I've taken it off vibrate for that reason. Yeah, but like people just like doing this, looking at it, and then just closing it. People do that all the time. They say over 120 times a day, which is nuts.
No, I mean, well, a lot of times
it is an addiction. It
is, but you know what? A lot of times I just check and see what time it is. I mean, I don't wear a watch. I
see, like
I pull it out
funny
to just
because
check what time it is.
Cell phones negated the reason for a watch. Like people don't wear watches because they have the time on the cell phone. And now Apple is coming out with a watch.
Yeah, I watch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't wear watches. I don't wear jewelry, so I'm definitely not gonna get that.
The piece of technology I always wanted when I was a kid was a Dick Tracy watch. Remember the Dick Tracy watch where you could like video conference kind of thing?
Well, remember we used to have the calculator watches, and I used to take them away when we take tests.
Dude, I used to have my beeper. I was a badass with my beeper. Except the only one that ever beat me was my mom in high school. Tell me to come home for dinner.
You imagine us being in high school with cell phones now? Like I was in college and we didn't even have cell phones. Imagine with like the cheating and talking to people and texting.
Well, you used
to
have to pass notes and everything.
Yeah, but like cheating, like I remember
30.
Well, the cheating, a lot of people use like the brim of their hats, the inside of the label on the water bottles. They wrote the answers.
I used to do that.
But now it's just like they have phones, and you can't take a phone away from a kid.
Yeah, but
you know cry about like, he needs to be in touch with his parents.
Yeah, no, but at the same token, though, a lot of them, you can tell if somebody's cheating with a phone. If they're like scrambling through, looking at Google, nobody's just sitting there.
See, like we didn't even have Google when we were in high school or Wikipedia.
None of that crap.
We had to go to the library and look at books for sources and cite the sources. Now kids just like, oh yeah, what happened in this war or whatever, and then plagiarism, I guess.
The sad thing is to me, like jaywalking with Jay Leno and stuff like that.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I don't know. Anyone. You know what? I don't know how many people he had to actually ask before they would give that stupid answer. I would love to know, like, if he asked 100
people. I bet you people don't know the vice president.
See, I don't know. And that's what I want to know. Like, how many people did he have to ask to get that stupid idiot, that one moron that didn't know anything? Like, I think who's the vice president?
Right.
Who was the last president? Just something stupid like that.
No, who's the last president's easy. Vice president, they won't get.
How could you not know that, though? Like,
because it doesn't have to do. I mean, it's
but
not
even in passing. You know who that is. Like,
it's not on their Facebook page. It's not on Instagram. I mean, it's not in their life, so they don't need to know about it.
I can't comprehend not like looking at the news.
Like, what state is the Pentagon in? No one knows. I mean, no one's going to say Virginia.
Well, I mean, technically, it's
in Arlington, Virginia.
The Pentagon?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it in? It's in D.C. It's right outside D.C.
Yeah, but it's not.
The Pentagon is like 30. Well, no, like 3 miles.
The Pentagon is not in Washington, D.C.
The Pentagon is like 3 miles away from the White House,
which is in Virginia.
It's in Maryland, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's in Maryland.
Yeah, the Pentagon, located in Arlington County, Virginia.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm one of those morons.
Yeah, see.
But still, I mean, well, all right. Well, fine.
Right there. Pentagon.
Where the hell? All right. Well, the White House is right across the river.
So what? That's you ask someone a question, they won't know.
Yeah, but that's well, that's fair enough. I didn't know that. Well, I did know that, but
people don't know how many states we have.
Yeah, Obama doesn't even know how many states we have. He said 51.
Obama's an idiot.
You voted for him.
No, I refuse to vote for the president. As long as there's an electoral college,
you know what?
As long as there's an electoral college, there's no point as a New Yorker.
People like you piss me off because you know what? The electoral college is fine.
No,
but if you have 10 million people
that think the same way,
and are voting for the same person, and you've got
as a New Yorker,
they vote
with the electoral college. There's no point of voting for the president.
That's not true.
On 4 occasions, the candidate with the most votes by the people of the United States didn't win election. So the people picked this guy. More people picked this guy to be the president, and he didn't win.
I know. Well, with Al Gore and Bush,
and then it happened, years ago too. But But still,
I mean, but you know what? That pisses me off because at least, put your voice out there, put your vote out there. It might not go in your favor, whatever.
Yeah. So if I voted against Obama the last 2 times,
yeah, exactly. If you voted for, you know what? But if enough people like you that said I'm not voting for a president had actually voted against him, we wouldn't be screwed right now.
I haven't heard many people give the reason that I give.
You know what? But that's bullcrap because. One thing that drives me insane. If you don't vote for the president or if you don't vote for anybody, then don't complain because at least I tried. Right. I tried to get him out of office.
All right, how many people
stunk and I knew
How many people in New York voted for Obama?
But it doesn't.
My one vote is not going to count.
No, it will because there's 10,000 people just like you that are not going to vote because they think your vote doesn't count. Your vote does count.
Just me in the state of New York. If I didn't vote, dude, it wouldn't have counted.
It does count. Every vote counts. Every vote counts. I know you don't believe it with the Electoral College, but it does, dude.
Not in New York.
How could you? But then you can't complain.
When was the last time New York voted red?
If you don't, it does. Well, Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, and that was what 35 years ago.
Yeah, but still, you know what? I mean, regardless, your vote.
Too many liberals up here. Too many.
You know what? It still counts. It still counts.
Now, how come the Republicans don't?
I know there's a lot of liberals
don't campaign up here.
The Republicans don't campaign up here? That's not true.
Mitt Romney wasn't up here.
Well,
they concede states because they're like, oh, this state's not important. It's not enough points.
Well, that's understandable.
Like,
but that stems back to the whole reason of if you don't vote for them and this massive populace doesn't vote for them, then why the hell would they?
Like the swing states, like, oh, we have to go to the swing states because their votes count. So why don't you go to every single state and get everyone to like you instead of just ones to get the points? Yeah, it's like it's a video game.
Yeah, but you know what though? I mean, honestly, if you were going to vote, say for example, you didn't like Obama, but you like Romney, but you're not going to vote. Well, if you vote, you know what? Maybe if there's 10, 20, 30,000, 40,000 people who also do the same thing, maybe the Republicans or whoever you were voting for would get more. And they would in turn come here to try to swing the vote.
They're never going to come up here.
Why not? Of course they
don't want to waste their time. They rather focus on what's the swing state, Delaware.
Politicians will go anywhere.
Oh, we have to go to Idaho.
No.
Oh, Michigan's a big one. We have to go to that.
No, I understand that. It's true. But you know what? That's one thing that drives me nuts. If you don't vote, then don't say it sucks because you didn't try to chip in.
See, I will vote for the next election because we're going to have a new president regardless of who it is.
Well, no, that's true. But there's still the Electoral College.
Yeah, but people are...
So they're still going to vote for Democrats?
People aren't going to be blinded. It wasn't... See, the last 2 times, it wasn't a Democratic Republican. It was Obama was black, and they wanted something new, and then this guy was an idiot. So there's no... there's not going to be this new thing.
I don't think it
was we have to get in a black guy, or, he's smooth or whatever. It's not going to be this new thing. So it's going to be, this time it's going to be strictly Democrat versus Republican and Republican views versus Democrat views. So it's not going to be like...
Democrats don't have any views. They only go to Republican views.
How many people voted for Obama because he was black? Time around. So
well, yeah, but you could say that about Hillary. How many voted for her because she was a woman?
Right. I mean, so it's going to be 2 men because Hillary Clinton's not running.
No, yes, she is.
No, she's not. Not after Benghazi.
Is. Oh my God.
No way,
dude. Let me tell you something. The Clinton machine doesn't stop. The media will help her. They will bury Benghazi so deep that you will never find it. And even when they bring it up, it will just go right off her back because she will be so prepped for it by 50
idiot on the stage.
She does look like an idiot. Don't get me wrong. But the problem is that somebody that pays attention like you isn't going to vote for her anyway. It's the morons that have no idea what's going on.
Well, that's what happened with Obama. They saw, it's a black guy.
And that's full of morons. She's full of sheep, and they do as the media tells them to do.
She's not going to. But if it's 2 men, Democrat versus Republican, then you're going to see a Republican's going to win because it's going to be views. People are going to be tired of Obama by that time.
I think it's just a Republican's going to win because people are so pissed off. You got the Benghazi scandal. You got the Secret Service scandal. You got Ebola. You got Libya. You got, I mean, Syria when they use chemical weapons. You've got, my God, you got Obamacare. You've got friggin' the Secret Service in Colombia with the prostitutes. You've got friggin' geez, oh my God.
Obama's going to have a cycle where he gets elected. The first 2 years will like great for everyone, and he was implementing all this stuff.
It weren't great for anybody.
Well, great for the people that voted for him.
Yeah, well,
then he's had a bad 4 years, the last 4 years. And I'm saying his last year or two, he's going to go out as a decent president.
No, he won't. How is he going to go out as a decent president?
Because he's going to come up with something by the last. What do we have? 2 more years of him?
He doesn't care. All he wants to do is be a celebrity. He does not give a rat's
he has all the time after. But
about this country.
I can't say next year you'll see things slowly start getting better. And then they're going to be like, oh, maybe his stuff finally kicked in or whatever.
He's way too much of an ideologue to ever he's going to bend over for whatever the liberal, whether it's the Environmental Protection Agency, whether it's, the guns and everything like that, gay marriage, this and that, whatever the hot topic is for the liberals is what he's going to succumb to. Immigration, whatever, that's what he's going to do. Because that's who his home base. He doesn't care. He's just going to pander to them.
Immigration, like how many illegal people are coming into the country and then committing crimes and not getting deported, driving drunk and not getting deported.
Guess what? It just stems back to the Ebola thing where he was going to campaign tours and crap like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Yeah,
he doesn't care about the average person. He cares about his fellow Democrats getting elected back into office. And that's what's important to him. He cares about the party more than he cares about the country, which sucks. We're screwed. But, hopefully. But you know what? In the same token, you could say that about, Republican presidents. You could say that about Democrat. But once in a blue moon, you'll get a guy like Ronald Reagan.
Clinton
well, you know what? Yeah, Clinton. Exactly. Yeah, Clinton was a good president despite his stuff in office, whatever. But even George H.W. Bush too. He was good.
I think next time you're going to see Republicans are going to take over because it's not going to be a cool thing. How many people? Oh yeah, I voted for Obama.
It's really cool not to have a job.
Yeah, well, that's another thing.
It's cool not for Russia to be threatening us with nuclear freaking
war. $4
That's another thing too. I mean, talk about no balls. I mean, you've got what he should have done is it's very simple. As soon as Putin started rolling troops into Crimea, I would have put all the guns and resources into that area right onto the border of Poland, right, and started doing military exercises in Ukraine. That's all you. I mean,
like stuff like that. It's like I'm tired of like the U.S. being the world's police.
But
who cares? It's like a self-cleaning oven. Let them blow each other up.
Yeah, you know what though?
Like, why are we risking our guys over there to fight those guys? It's
I understand that, and you know what? I'm tired of it too.
Like if you had someone who was like he's back at home, back from Iraq and stuff, and then he gets a notice that he's got to go over to Russia. Like, what's the point? Like, to do what? To intimidate them?
Yeah, but it's all chess match. There's nobody's going to fire a shot. It's just a chess match. It's who blinks
first.
Waste
of time and money.
Well, that's what this whole. But I totally understand. I'm sick of spilling blood and treasure on the whole world too. I can understand with the Middle East situation because we got to protect Israel and stuff like that. But I mean, you know what? Let those damn Europeans fight for themselves. I mean, you know what? The Germans have a good military. The French, the English, stand up and do something. You know what? I almost sometimes. Because you know what? We're going to get dragged into it anyway, no matter what. I mean...
we'll let them drag us. I mean, they don't have to waste resources. I mean, and then that's another thing. Why is he worried about that stuff when he should be worried about people out of jobs or people that are mooching off the system? And, there's so much stuff going on here that you focus on what's going on here.
Not only that, but like the foundations of this country, like the bridges, the tunnels, the roads... The whole infrastructure of this country is destroyed. It's destroyed. Where the hell is the money to fix this crap?
Did you see the guy that I guess it was just like a few hours ago? with the erosion and stuff like that, the SUV went right into a sinkhole. I think it was in like Manorville, and because the roads, they erode or whatever, and we had all these storms. But like that's where the money should be going into, and then, we have so many problems here. We don't have to fly leaders and bodies and money.
No, I know it's a disgrace.
To other countries. So fix what's going on here first.
I know. Honestly, I mean, you know what? With the money that they like, for example, like Egypt, they give them $1 billion. You know how many cops you could hire for $1 billion?
I know.
You know how many teachers you could hire for $1 billion?
Put out of debt,
you know how many houses you could buy for military vets that come home that don't have a pot to piss in and they can't get a job because they got PTSD? Why don't you friggin' buy them a house instead of friggin' shilling out money for some dumbass? Oh my God!
And it's like our money's. You guys could print as much money as you want over there.
That's what it drives me nuts to even say this, but it's sad that we even live in a time now where I'll give you an example. A project like the Wounded Warrior Project is one of the greatest things ever. I think it is fantastic, beyond words. I've donated to it and everything like that. But why do we even need that? Why should we need that in this country? Why don't these people go to school for free? They should get free tuition for them and their children. Taxes, They should not pay taxes. And they should get a freaking a loan on their home guaranteed by a bank no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a freaking break. Give them a $200,000 loan that they can do whatever the hell they want to do with and just start a whole life. You know what? They serve this country and then, not for nothing, bestow it on their people, when they come home from when they don't come home and their wives are screwed because now they've got 3 kids to feed they got bills and they got nothing and the government just screws them. Meanwhile, you got these fat a-holes in Washington that sit there flying on their jets,
eating.
You got a fat piece of garbage like Al Gore saying, worry about the environment. Meanwhile, he's driving in a jet and taking a damn Tahoe everywhere he goes, and his house is 500,000 square feet. You hypocrite, freaking loser.
He also has money in the cars too. Buy electric cars, and meanwhile he's a shareholder.
Yeah. Meanwhile, but not only that, he sold Al Jazeera. Yeah, I mean, God Almighty. But I mean, it pisses me off to no end that these poor guys that come home with PTSD. Thank God the American people are willing to stand behind them, but their government sure as hell isn't. I mean, I got to give a lot of credit to the guys that serve because, you're coming home to a government, like even look at the VA. The VA is a disgrace. I mean, you got people dying, for God's sake, for nothing. I mean,
they don't care. They really don't care.
90-day waiting list. That's the best you can do is 90-day waiting list. This guy just lost a leg trying to help you with your stupid liberal crap. And that's all you can do. Oh my God. I tell you.
There's a lot of fixing that needs to be done.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. But you know what? I mean, thank God the American people, for the most part, have the same. It's not like Vietnam where, the poor guys came home and they were treated like garbage and whatever. At least when the soldiers come home now, the communities treat them well.
Yeah.
They try to take care of them with
that's another thing that people do that just to be like in the positive light, like they'll outdo each other just to see who takes care of the troops better.
Who cares? That's fine. Let them outdo each other. Let friggin'.
You just hope it's genuine.
I mean, it drives me nuts because I think about it. I mean, if you like the defense budget is whatever it is, I'm going to say $500 billion a year, whatever it is. I don't even know if it's that much, whatever. If you took 1% of that, and bought these guys a house, or bought a factory or something like that, or build them a house and let them pay it off. Buy a factory. Buy a factory that makes steel or something like that. And let them work there. Just do so. I mean, that kind of sounds a little commie-ish, but you know what? Still, it's the idea of helping these guys, providing for them. After World War II. They came home. They were given jobs. Well, the government didn't give them jobs. They were given jobs building up the suburbs and that kind of stuff. But, we don't have any of that anymore. And it just really sucks.
It's got to change.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's just, But that's one thing that just drives me insane is that I can't take these bastards in Washington anymore just sitting there on their fat asses just dictating you know, all this stuff, and then, you know, going home and eating lobster. It's a joke. Anyway,
Yeah. On a
brighter note,
what do we do? You watching wrestling at all? Did you go to Raw?
dude, did you see Undertaker lately in those
No, I
pictures with
didn't
his
see
wife?
Undertaker doesn't do it for me. You see, The Rock came back on.
Dude, The Rock is a shell of a man that he used to be.
No,
I can't even.
What
What do you,
He's a major movie hero.
So let me tell you something. When The Rock was The Rock back in like the Raw, you know, the old Raw is War type, he was the funniest guy ever.
Yeah, you got to watch the video of what he did on Monday. It's funny.
But he's not The Rock. He's not a cocky dick anymore.
Well, he's
I
a
hate
person
that.
now. He
I know
goes
he's
by
a person,
Dwayne
but
Johnson.
Oh,
He's no hair.
Oh.
He's a movie star. You got to. I'll show you the video.
The Rock was the best. You like pancakes? Pancake your ass on out of here.
It's funny, but no, he got a big ovation. It was in New York. Came out with like the Brooklyn Mike Tyson gym jacket. But that stuff, that's getting bad. That stuff's hard to watch.
What is? Oh, wrestling?
Wrestling, yeah, it's so bad.
To be honest with you, I haven't
we were
watched
lucky that we watched it in our heyday, 98, 99 with Stone Cold and The Rock, but now it's just terrible. You got John Cena still there.
You know what? Vince McMahon hasn't. There's nobody. Well, actually, CM Punk was kind of like an antidote, kind of, and he got screwed too.
And then also, you're at the time period where McMahon knows no one's watching Raw during Monday Night Football, so it's a time period of September through January
so he doesn't even care.
He doesn't even care.
Yeah.
Once Royal Rumble comes around at the end of January, he'll start caring. Then he gets ready for Mania. But there's always a cycle where during this time period, he knows no one's watching wrestling or Raw for that instance, and he doesn't even care. So that's why that stuff sucks. And Raw's 3 hours. They don't even have 3 hours worth of talent to put on there. So that was another big mistake, and they've been doing that for a while. 3-hour wrestling shows.
I was bummed out. I didn't even watch WrestleMania, but I was bummed out that the Undertaker lost.
I watched it because I, like an idiot, and subscribed to.
Man.
I never watch it, but when the pay-per-views are on, I throw it on for $9. You can't beat it. I watch WrestleMania.
That's not bad.
Remember when we used to pay like $60 to watch WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And it used to suck. Now it's only $9. So if it stinks,
Do you get WrestleMania with that?
You get every.
I would just sign up for the week before WrestleMania and then cancel it right after.
Well, that's what I did. I signed up like the week before, and I stayed with it because I watched the pay-per-views or whatever.
Yeah.
But back in the day, used to
but the
all chip in.
Pay-per-views aren't even that good. I mean, who do they have? They have John Cena.
It sucks. John Cena
all right,
sucks.
dude. When we were growing up, you had Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H,
Mankind,
Shawn Michaels, Mankind,
Undertaker.
Undertaker. I mean, you had like,
Ken Shamrock, all those guys.
Yeah, Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Yeah, that was years ago. But I mean, the talent that they got now is like a joke.
It's
compared
terrible.
to what it was. But
and the writing stinks too. So
yeah.
And actually, there's some guy online that actually times the amount of time they're actually in the ring wrestling, and I think Raw is on for like 190 minutes, and he always clocks it saying that they're only wrestling for like 27 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
and
I don't
so
doubt
talking
it.
and promos. Oh, this is what happened last week, or this is what happened.
Once JR left, it was over.
Yeah.
JR was the last of the Mohicans. Once he was gone, it's.
Well, you know what? It's funny that you mentioned JR. If you watch a wrestling match now, they don't even say what's going on in the ring. Like, they don't name the moves or anything. They're always like, oh, so-and-so on Twitter was saying blah, 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 and oh, this is trending. You got to use hashtag.
Good
whatever.
God Almighty!
Yeah, like
he killed them.
They don't even say the moves that are going on now, which is so.
It's
weird.
an Irish whip,
and it's like what's this guy's finisher name? Oh, I don't know, because they never say it. Yeah, but
RKO, God Almighty!
You know who?
He's got to be in a neck brace for the rest of his life.
Who was good at play-by-play? The guy who did the ECW. Joey Styles. He was good at play-by-play too.
Yeah, he was. But
like if you watch if you into like real wrestling, yes, TNA does it, but I don't watch TNA.
Yeah, but you know what though? I mean, it's all over. All they want to do is appeal to kids now. So I mean, we're done, dude. We're done. We're old now. We can't. They don't want to appeal to us. They wanted to appeal to us in the Raw is War era.
Well, because we were 14 at that time.
Yeah, but no, they appealed to adults too. It was like more adult than it is now.
Yeah, well, I mean, they use bad language. They were doing, like, think of this stuff like Val Venus,
like DX and stuff like that.
DX, Val Venus, and stuff like that. They can't do that now. The Godfather with his hose. What else did they have? Well, Val Venus was a porn star, basically.
Yeah.
Godfather was a pimp.
Mm-hmm.
Remember they had the Val Venus when they wanted to
Chopped
chop
off
off.
his,
And
choppy,
came out
choppy, or
with
pee-pee.
Lorena Bobbitt, wheeled him out in the
Oh,
wheelchair.
God.
They can't get away with that stuff. And then what's it called? Triple H was a chef, and he had the salami.
Oh, yeah.
They can't do that stuff now because one person complains, and then they write a letter, and they're boycotting, and the parents. Oh, I'm not. So that's why John Cena. That's why I hate John Cena, because like this good guy.
Post Janet Jackson world we live in.
But yeah, the wrestling stinks now.
Yeah,
you couldn't pay me to watch it.
Yep, it does.
And you know what? Wrestling stinks, and so does UFC too. I mean, UFC,
dude, UFC is not that bad. What are you crazy?
That stuff is just as predetermined as Monday Night Raw.
Oh my God, stop!
Dana White knows who's going to win before the match thing. He makes a pretty presentation, highlight reels of guys getting knocked out. That's one punch.
No.
He knows who's going to win the fight.
No,
the fighters don't know who's going to win the fight, but he knows that this guy could kick this guy's ass.
Well, yeah.
And I'm going to make a video package thinking that it's going to be an even fight.
No.
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Because people
yeah, but you know what? If like, for example, Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner, when Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner fought in that bloody match where that really just cemented the UFC, that's what makes the UFC is
but then before that match,
beat the crap out of each other.
Forrest Griffin probably fought like 4 rounds in a match before that and got like one clean punch, and they'll edit that with like music of showing the punch in slow motion and different angles. And then they'll take a fight where he kicks someone in the face, and then they'll edit that, and then he'll make it seem like this guy is like.
UFC fans, they don't want to see just the instant knockout. I mean, it's fun every once in a while. No, but it's fun once in a while. Don't get me wrong. But you want to see a fight, especially like a championship bout. You don't want to see somebody got freaking knocked out in the first 10 seconds, especially when you pay $55 for the match.
Yeah, but then why are there only 3 rounds of 5 minutes? They should make it longer.
No, it's 5. Championship is 5 rounds at 5 what is it, 3 minutes? 3 minute rounds?
Yeah, so it's 15 minutes.
Dude, have you ever tried getting your ass kicked like that?
Yeah, but boxers go on for hours and they take shots to the head all day.
Yeah, but but you know what the thing is? The difference is though, when you're on the ground, they're holding you so you can't breathe. They're suffocating you.
Yeah, they're also resting, and
No, they're not resting, dude. That's totally.
I never got into that.
First of all, I'd like to see you try to do that crap.
I wouldn't want a guy getting me into a rear naked choke. So, no. But like, all these guys are tough. What about did you see the video of the guy? He's a UFC fighter, and this bigger guy stepped to him. He was in Vegas, and the guy, a TMZ caught it. This little guy was a UFC fighter, and he's yelling. He goes, "Oh, you don't know who I am, right?" And he goes, "Google me, bitch." And the guy's like, "I don't have to." And the regular guy knocked him out, right? And then the UFC fighter gets up. He tries to like take his legs and but this regular guy beat the crap out of him. And the idiot UFC fighter looked like an idiot because he's like, "Google me, whatever. I'm tough."
Yeah, but so you know what though? Anybody, if somebody cold cocks you and blindsides you,
getting in his face.
You're gonna fall down.
Yeah.
I mean,
they all think they're Superman. They all think they're Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, no, they all do. Well, Brock Lesnar got his ass handed to him. Well, no, that's
he's the champ.
Frank Mir, he beat the shit.
Yeah, but they all think they're Brock Lesnar. I mean, you hit someone in the jaw the right way,
and they're going down.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you're not going to grab them, put them in an arm bar, and make them submit. So,
dude, Dana White is one of the greatest whatever he is. I don't even know what the president. What is that? What he is? The president.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest.
Yeah, because of what I just said. Because he makes these videos.
But not only that, but he's so brutally honest. Like, if you listen, have you ever listened to one of his conferences after like a fight or like the next day after a fight?
No, because he has a pay-per-view the next day.
No,
what are they up to? UFC
he's
like
totally
180.
Brutally honest, and he just says, "Listen, this guy sucked. This guy had a bad fight. This fight sucked. I'm sorry to the fans." He apologized to the fans.
He's not giving our money back, though.
Dude, no, wait. There was one time where the fight sucked and he gave like a free pay-per-view. I
got to look that up because that's...
dude, what the hell was that?
Because those pay-per-views cost money and they're on every week. Like, it's up to UFC like 180.
No, I know.
If you divide that by 12, it hasn't been around for that long.
You know what, though? If you think about it, it's a sport. I mean, there's a season for it. Well, I mean, they tried.
Yeah,
to,
but boxing,
honestly,
like Floyd Mayweather fights 2 times a year. It's every 6 months or every 8 months he trains.
they
and
try
he
to.
fights. These pay-per-views are on every week. It's like if you divide 180 by 12.
Yeah, but you know what though? If boxing was doing well, there'd be a boxing match on every week too.
Well, I mean, it's the lower fights, but the individual fighters only fight twice a year.
Yeah. So well,
and
yeah,
then look how much money they make.
The champions only fight once or twice a
Yeah,
year.
Floyd Mayweather made what, $47 million on one fight. He doesn't have to work a day in his life, but he keeps doing it because he's an entertainer, he's a competitor, and he wants to make as much money as possible.
So you think that boxing is less like fixed, as you say, than UFC?
Yes.
Oh my God! Please. Maybe not Mayweather, because I mean, there's so much money riding on that. Well, maybe even Mayweather, but dude, are you telling me that UFC is not fixed?
No,
UFC is not.
It's not fixed. The fighters don't know who's going to win or lose. It's predetermined. Dana White knows that this guy could beat the crap out of this guy, but we could package it where they have an equal chance. That's what I think. And no one but Dana. And Dana White is a promoter. He's just as bad as Don King. Don King will hype something up, and the guy will get knocked out in the first 20 seconds.
I can understand it. But no, I mean, for the most of the fights that I've seen, these guys have gone toe-to-toe, and, especially the championship bouts, you just don't walk into, like, Dana White just doesn't go, okay, Joe Schmo, Chet, you're going to be fighting friggin' Rampage this weekend. That's not how – the guy has to build himself up with, like,
but
10
as
fights.
he's doing that, he's doing the reality show. He's doing Ultimate Fighter. He's doing these promos and following the guy. Yeah, that's how he's just like Vince McMahon. And
he is. But no,
people think he's better than Vince McMahon.
No, he's just like that's a good point. He's just like Vince McMahon. But you know what? Vince McMahon's got a multi-billion-dollar company.
So is the UFC.
And so does he.
Yeah.
What do you want him to stand there and be like, I guess we're gonna put something on the plan?
What about when Don King hyped up Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson? How did that end up? Lennox Lewis beat the crap out of Mike Tyson, but you saw the video package of, wow, Tyson could, knock him out, or, Tyson does this, and Lennox Lewis has his reach or whatever. And everyone knew that Lennox Lewis, every boxing fan knew that Lennox Lewis was going to beat the crap out of him. And all it was him standing 10 feet away, punching him.
But everybody knew that he was going to get his ass kicked. But you know what? I wanted to watch it. I paid for it. I knew he was going to get his ass kicked. But you know what? I wanted to see him get his ass kicked. I wanted to see him get annihilated. Remember? Oh my God! I used to love Tyson. All the smack talk. That's what you need—a good boxer, like a good smack talking.
There's no good heavyweight. Yeah, they don't have any good heavyweights now.
There used to be Klitschko. He was
both of them. Smack. The two of them have all the belts, and they don't fight.
I think he's like the president of Ukraine now.
One of them is, and they said they'll never fight each other, so they'll never be an undisputed,
undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
And people use that term pound for pound the wrong way. They mean like Floyd Mayweather is pound for pound the best fighter, meaning he could beat anyone in his weight class.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not going to say he's better than Tyson because Tyson could punch him with his other hand and kill him because of the weight difference and the strength difference. So you have to say pound for pound. But people are like, oh, they're saying it the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's why the heavyweights, like, it's like saying if you punch a fourth grader, you're going to kill him. So if Mike Tyson punched Mayweather, he's going to kill him.
I'm going to set up a fight, me versus a fourth grader. I'm just going to put it on pay-per-view and just beat the living crap out of him. Actually, he'll probably whoop my ass, honestly.
You'd go to jail probably. All right, what else we got? We did sports. We did movies, politics.
We're good. I think we're solid. Solid. Right, so next time we'll have sound effects. Yeah, comment, subscribe. Next time we'll have sound effects.
Twitter. I'll make a Twitter for this.
Yeah, Twitter.
I'll tweet it.
Live from Stiff's Tavern.
It's actually backwards, so they're not going to be able to read it.
It's
next time we're going to have a webcam, so it's not as grainy.
Yeah, we'll get a webcam. We'll get some sound effects. We'll get 1 or 2 listeners.
I bet you if I did like hashtag Walking Dead, it would get like 50,000 views.
We should.
I should have started with Walking Dead.
Oh, I know. And then damn it, we're going to rope them in.
Yeah. Oh, like the spider. What are these two idiots talking about?
Oh, wait, they're talking about Walking Dead?
You know what I have to do, though? I have to break it down and then the time so they could switch to the time. Because no one's going to listen to Obama stuff.
No.
But anyway, this video, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
We'll do
Faces
the
for
Twitter.
Radio, NHP.
We won't tell anyone that knows us about this yet
Mhm.
until we get a webcam, but I want to see how many people actually comment on this, because you know it's going to be friggin' haters and stuff like that.
Yeah. I hope there
But,
is. Oh God, I hope.
Yeah, subscribe, comment. If you want to argue about something, do it, and it'll
Next
be fun.
time we'll come back.
It's all in good
The
fun. So
arguments.
if you're living in your mother's basement and you want to comment,
Yeah.
I'm in my mother's basement, so I'll comment right back.
Yeah.
All right.
See
See you for
ya.
round 2.
See you next time.